impact of Cameron Munster on other players. And no one's spoken about how Queensland lost their way in that last 15 minutes when he was off the field with that HIA. And he came back on and it changed immediately. So, yeah, Jerome Hughes is a big out, but Tyron Wishart will certainly fill the spot. And can Cameron Munster step up like that at club level will be interesting to see.
On the text line, hey fellas, do you think the form of the Raiders this year is hurting Strange with a walk-up start in the Blues? If they were going as good as last year, do you think it'd be a no-brainer? Happy calling tonight, Ruben from Brizzy. Well, it's not like Parramatta are going very well. And Mitch Moses was called in to replace him with no footy under the belt. I wouldn't think so, Matty, because his form not only has remained good, but he was outstanding on debut in game one.
That's an underestimate of his contribution to that team and them actually finding a way to win. So yeah, it's a tough one for the Raiders, because I can see how talented they are, Andrew. It's not as though it's evaporated. It's just their poise in big moments has disappeared with Fogarty going to Manly.
Anthony in the ACT says Cardinal and Myrtle to win tonight. A fan of them brought me to the NRL, and now I'm a Perth Bears member. I love listening to you guys. Thank you, Anthony, listening in the ACT, and we're looking forward to heading down there again on Sunday. We'll be on air from midday, myself, Louis and John Gibbs, and calling the 2 o'clock game, the blockbuster, Canberra and St George Illawarra. But just on that, the Perth Bears, Anthony is one of 20,500 foundation members. 20,500. So this is before they sell their season tickets and all that for next year. More than double what they thought was possible. They were thinking 10,000 at best. 85% of those 20,500 have been purchased by people living in Western Australia.
Wow.
Isn't that a great response?
Well, I think it's also something that we need to pay attention to, because there's been a fair bit of criticism about the momentum that the administrative people have been able to get in Perth and, their recruitment. What about that for a foundation? People are looking at their first season in rather than looking at what's the longevity of this organisation look like. When you have that prior to actually kicking off, surely that's got to create some optimism about the future of this club.
It's probably a discussion when we've got more time than a couple of minutes, but they were granted concessions of around the $500,000 mark in terms of the salary cap by the NRL. I've got to say that doesn't seem like much. I mean, that's one decent first grader. It's not one elite player. It's half an elite player.
Well, let's go to lunch with you.
Oh, we're cheapening it down, are we?
No, you buy everyone lunch. So I was giving you a wrap.
Yeah, I know, but we normally go for much more expensive than that.
You spend $1 million. Sorry.
But I do think they need, not necessarily a big name, but I think they need a difference maker on the field. They've got some really good players. They've got some other players they're giving an opportunity to, but to me, they really need a game breaker.
They do, Andrew. They've got, when you look at the roster that they've got one starting player at the moment in their whole roster. But sometimes that's the process they're going to have to go through. And when I look at the other code in Australia, the AFL, and when they bring new teams in, they just show the patience and the poise to know that it's going to take a while for that team to get going. Look how quickly the Dolphins got going. Now, admittedly, they're in a better spot and they had Wayne Bennett there. But I just think that we need to give the Bears a good 3 or 4 years before we start judging whether they can recruit players.
Players about to take the field here, Parramatta and South. Michael Carianis has made his way down to the touchline, MC. Raining, I see.
Yeah, it's a bit light. It's been pretty clear up until a couple of minutes ago, Andrew. It just started to drizzle a little bit at the moment. Not a great crowd in for a Thursday night clash between two Sydney sides, but yeah, it's going to be pretty slippery on the surface if this rain continues.
Well, slippery should suit the Eels. Who are you tipping?
South Sydney.
All right, South to win for you. What about you, Matthew Elliott?
Yeah, I'm with MC. The middle third, just too strong.
Yeah, I think South too, but I've been really impressed with how Parramatta's been competing with so many troops down, and they do have Mitchell Moses back. His 250th NRL game, and the lights have just come back on here, so I'd venture to say the crowd would be around the 12,000 mark, something like that, for Thursday night footy, Parramatta against South Sydney. The next 4 games in round 17 are all in Queensland. At 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Brett Sprigg will be up there with Clinton Schifofsky for Gold Coast against Canterbury Bankstown. And then at Lang Park, it's Brisbane and the Sydney Roosters. This is season on the line stuff for the Broncos tomorrow. And then on Saturday, the first game is Dolphins and the Warriors at Lang Park, second against third, followed by Cowboys against Penrith at Townsville Stadium. So 4 games in Queensland coming up in a row as we wait for the players to take the field here. Souths have really owned Parramatta in recent times, winning 9 of the last 10. I think as Bronny, listening in another part of the world, said they're going for 10 in a row. Here come the Rabbitohs in their Watermelon Crush Mark Hughes Foundation beanies. The fullback, Jai Gray. The wingers, Alex Johnston will he add to his 229 career tries, and Edward Corsi. Centres, Latrell Siegwald and Tallis Duncan. 5'8" Cody Walker. Halfback, Ashton Ward. The lock, Cam Murray. Second rowers are Ewan Aitken and David Fafita. Front rowers, Keon Kolomatangi and Tavita Totola. Hooker, Brandon Smith, and a bench of Lachlan Hubner, Jamie Humphreys, Liam LeBlanc, John Raddle, Jaden Sullivan and Dane Jennings. It would be Dane's debut if he gets on. The coach, Wayne Bennett. Here come the Eels through the tunnel. Fullback, Jose Iongi. The wingers are Brian Kelly and Josh Addo-Carr, who needs just one more try to move to 7th all-time on the try scorers list. Centres are Jordan Samrani and Sean Russell. 5'8" Ronald Volkman. Halfback, Mitch Moses in game number 250. Lock, Jack DeBellin. Second rowers, Kitione Kautonga and Kelma Tuolangi. Front rowers, Jack Williams and Sam Tuaviti. Hooker, Harrison Edwards, and a bench of Dylan Walker, Luca Moretti, Tinkum Brown, Talon De Silva, Joash Papali, Charlie Geimer. The coach, Jason Riles. The referee is Gerard Sutton. Touch judges, Tom Camborne and Belinda Sharp, and Chris Butler is in the bunker. We're all tipping South. It's the best thing we can do for you Eels fans. It'll be South Sydney to kick off, defending the southern end of the ground. Running right to left as you look at your radio. You with Matt Elliott, Michael Carianis. I'm Andrew Moore. Great to be with you on NRL Thursday. Referee Sutton takes off his beanie for brain cancer round attire. And we're about to get underway. It'll be South Latrell Siegwald to kick off down to the northern end of Western Sydney Stadium. Home game for the Parramatta Eels. And here we go. Blow that whistle, ref. The kickoff goes down to the northeast corner, and the Parramatta Eels will get first touch of the footy on this Thursday night. And hitting it up is Taviti. He's caught 11 metres out from his own goal line. He plays the ball, and they work it open side right. Parramatta go that way to Kautonga. He's caught 14 out from his own goal line. Harrison Edwards, the former Bulldog and also the former Cowboy, he got the pass away right as DeBellin's tackled 19 out from his own line. Edwards, he sent it right in. Drop ball by Parramatta, scooped up by Cody Walker. He passed it away right, and the Rabbitohs are 22 metres out from the goal line. It's played now, and it comes to the left to Keon Kolomatangi, guest that we had on NRL Monday recently, a few nights ago. He's caught here, 12 out from the goal line. Plays the ball, and Brandon Smith sends it right to Vita Totola. He's crashed down 6 metres out from the goal line. We've had a minute of play, no score. South Sydney on the attack after the Eels' error. Brandon Smith goes left to Ward, then away to Walker to Jai Gray. Gray dummies, goes to the goal line, but he's going to be pinned down by Moses. 8 metres out, 5 in from touch in the northwest corner. Plays the ball and they swing it away to the right side. Walker to Kolomatangi. Tuolangi is there in defence with Edwards. 9 metres out from the line, and also to Bellin. It's played now to Smith. Spiralling ball right to Ward, then out the back to Walker. He got the cutout pass on to Tallis Duncan at right centre. Knocked to the ground 3 metres out in the northeast corner. Last play South Sydney. Brandon Smith dummy half, and he's nailed by the markers. He's slow as a wet week, Brandon Smith, and a terrific defence coming in over the top from Sean Russell. Changeover. Parramatta survived 9 out from their own line. No score, Matthew. 1 minute 42 gone.
Yeah, MC indicated that there was slightly greasy conditions out there, and we see good tackle technique, force one error. Brandon Smith out of dummy half, needs to make sure his service improves.
So now Parramatta with a footy, 14 out from their own goal line. Ball played to Edwards, sends it right, Semrani, steps into the fence, 20 metres out from his own line. In over the top that time came Cam Murray. They work it to the left side. Jack Williams centre field. He's caught 30 out from his own goal line for Parramatta. Plays the ball now to Edwards, goes left. It's turned on the inside to Taviti. He's tackled 14 metres short of halfway, running onto the Volkman pass. Now Edwards, right to Moses on the last. Kicks from inside the 40, drills it down to the left wing of Alex Johnston with the catch. 13 out from his own line, heads over the 20 to the 30 into Williams and knocked to the deck with help from DeBellin. Right on the South Sydney 30, 2 minutes 35 gone, no score, as now the South Sydney Rabbitohs have it. It goes left to Latrell Siegwald. He's caught 33 metres out from his own line. Moses was there with Tuolungi. Played to Walker, short side left they go. The South Sydney 10 metres short of halfway. Ewan Aikens caught, plays the ball now. They go from left to right. Kolomatangi to Murray to Ward to Gray. Jai Gray got the pass away. Tallis Duncan takes on Russell. Dragged to the ground, 10 metres in Eels territory. 8 metres in from touch on the eastern side. Plays the ball to Jai Gray. He sends it left. David Fafita, who had been in doubt for the game, but he's caught here 30 metres away. Plays it on the last tackle. No score. It comes right. Ashton Ward puts up a towering kick down to Isaiah Iongi with a leap and the catch. Hits the deck. 8 out from his own line. No score. 3.5 gone. Let's check in on the touchline. Michael Carrier.
Yeah, all South Sydney to start this game in terms of territory, but Parramatta's defence has held up pretty well. Souths haven't looked like scoring despite dominating possession in the opening exchanges.
The Eels now take it, Michael. 18 out from their own line. You know who stood out for me already? Jai Gray. Every time he chimes in the line, they look very dangerous. Moses here, short ball right to Alangi. He's knocked to the ground, and that Rabbitohs player might be in trouble who made the tackle. It could be Latrell Siegwald. Being helped to his feet here by Totola and Johnston. Gets a high five from Ewan Aiken. Time off straight away, said referee Gerard Sutton. 4 minutes gone. Parramatta and South Sydney no score, and the trainer's out there to chat to Siegwald.
Yeah, Siegwald also forced the error there on that carry. So South will get a scrum feed, and as you said, Jai Gray, Andrew, his ability to have tempo into space is just unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a head clash between Siegwald and Tuolungi, who dropped the ball on the way down. And you're right, Matthew, it'll be a South Sydney scrum feed. About 25 metres out from the Parramatta line in centre field. So the Eels struggling to complete sets. They've been unable to do so in 2 of their 3.
I don't think Siegwald will stay out there much longer, though. I think the independent doctor will bring him off.
Scrum 1, it goes right to Gray. Turns it on the inside to Duncan. He's caught 20 metres out from the goal line. So it is South Sydney on the attack. Brandon Smith goes left to Keon Kolomatangi. Spins in the tackle. He's going to be held up here by DeBellin. Was in there with Williams and also Edwards. 16 out from the line. Smith goes left. Ashton Ward short ball to Totola. Good leg drive to beat Totola. He's held 5 metres out from the goal line. Plays the ball to Smith. Floats it away right. Murray linked up with Ward away to Jai Gray. Stops, drops, turns it back on the inside to Tallis Duncan. To the cover comes. 4 of them bring him down, including Kautonga. About 5 out from the line. Now they go left. Ward got it away to Murray. Links up with Walker. Takes on the line himself. Goes straight through to score the try. Cody Walker, brilliant. And South Sydney now make Parramatta pay for the mistakes. Try to Cody Walker. 4 minutes 45 gone. South Sydney 4, Parramatta 0. Kick to come, Matthew Elliott.
Yeah, Tuolungi, who came up with that error in the last Parramatta set, defending on the right side, that famous left side attack of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and Cody Walker there with all the movement around him, just holds the ball out in front of him, gets the defenders just to hold off enough for him to hit space, and it's so good to see him playing injury-free and being able to use his own speed.
Touchline, Michael Carrianis.
Yeah, you thought that was going to come because of all the possession South Sydney have enjoyed so far to start this game. Parramatta have basically been camped on their line, but Cody Walker, I think he's been in good form for the Rabbitohs this season. He's been their glue on attack and gets an early try.
Waiting for it to be confirmed. Referee still standing in front of Latrell Siegwald. Around the grounds AFL first quarter. Brisbane Lions have just kicked another goal to lead the Swans at the Gabba 19-3. Try confirmed. And Latrell Siegwald, who when last we called South Sydney was in very good goal-kicking form, and they crushed the Broncos. 19 metres out, 18 metres in from touch on the western side. 4-0 to South Sydney. Siegwald Reasonable attempt for him. Yeah, kicked 8 out of 8 against the Broncos back on the 11th of June at Stadium Australia. Here comes Sequel with the right boot, strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. So first points to the Rabbitohs. South Sydney 6, Parramatta 0 here at Western Sydney Stadium. That very light, misty rain continues. More an annoyance than anything else, and that it can. We hear it all the time with these modern balls that are amazing, Natty, but when they get slippery is in conditions like this rather than heavy rain.
Yeah, it's better when it's pouring down, Andrew. It's just when it gets just this light rain, and also on a really hot day when you get that light bit of sweat on it, that's when the balls become most slippery.
So here's
the offside of that kickoff thing.
From Sean Russell, taken by the try scorer Walker. He gives it right to Kolomatangi, and he's put to the ground 12 metres out from his own line. Semrani was in there, one of the defenders with Brian Kelly and Kelma Tuolangi. Now comes right side Aiken, put to the ground. That's 17 out from his own line by DeBellin and Edwards. Plays the ball to Smith, goes right to Tola. He's dealt with. 19 out from his own line. South with it, midway through the tackle count, leading 6-0. Brandon Smith out of dummy half. Goes himself to Lungi's over the top. Edwards down low. 29 out from the South line. Played to Walker. He sends it right. Now Murray got the offload away. Walker again. He got through Kautonga, who comes back at him with Tavidi. Tackle made 5 metres in Parramatta's half. Now comes right on the last. Ward to kick 41 metres out into those light raindrops. Caught by Iongi. 1 metre out from his own line, and the kick chase is headed by David Fafita and Kolomatangi. 9 metres out from the Parramatta line. It's played and it goes right to Russell. He's knocked to the ground. 13 out from his own line. 7 minutes gone. South Sydney 6, Parramatta 0 as now the Eels work at Padre up to their own 20 on play 3.
What about the start of the game by Cody Walker? Parramatta really held South Sydney in there. Now they're trapped in their own territory after a great Cody Walker carry.
Now kick downfield from Moses from his own 30. Will find the grass, he will. Dropping back is Edward Corsi. Bends down, picks it up. 13 out from his own goal line. Heads over the 20, but a good chase from the Moses kick. And he's tackled 28 metres out from his own line. Rabbitohs back with it. And this lead of 6-0. Now it's Jai Gray at first receiver. He's knocked to the ground. 34 metres out from his own goal line. Plays the ball quickly to Ward. Short side right to Duncan. The back row playing in right centre. He's tackled 7 short of halfway. Now Ward goes left to Fafita. Spins straight through Williams. Managed to hold on just. And did he bobble that on the way down? Fafita, he regained it though. 5 metres in Parramatta territory. Played to Brandon Smith. Goes left Murray to Walker to Gray. Then to Seagwald. And he's cut to the ground by Semrani. 37 out from the Parramatta line. 10 in for the Western touchline. Last play Rabbitohs. Johnston goes right to Ward. He puts the kick down to the northwest corner. Straight down the throat of Isaiah Iongi. 2 out from his own goal line. Can he evade the chase? Isaiah Iongi nearly did, but he's now shoved into the in-goal area by Cam Murray. A couple ended up coming through, including Brandon Smith, and it's going to be a goal line dropout. Parramatta, wonderful kick chase there from South Sydney. 8 minutes 40 gone. Rabbitohs 6, Parramatta 0. Touchline MC.
Yeah, it was a bit of an upper kick from Ward, but it was a chase which made it, and it was Cam Murray. First half contact was outstanding, but it's actually Brandon Smith who comes and finishes off the tackle. Without that effort from Brandon Smith, it doesn't happen.
On drop out from Moses, bounces over the 30-metre line. Ward picks it up, gives it left to Tavita Totola, and here come the Rabbitohs again. They're up 6 points to 0. 9 minutes gone and get another opportunity to put pressure on the Eels here. Smith goes left to Kolomatangi, centre field. He's caught 22 metres out from the Parramatta line in front of those northern posts by Edwards. Play to Smith. Double punch it away left. Ends up in the hands of Ewan Aiken. Set restart here for South Sydney as well. Parramatta was inside the 10. That's the first of the night. Play to Smith. Goes left to right. Walker away. Handed off on the inside to Tola. And Tavita's caught 8 metres out from the Parramatta line, right in front of the northern post. Leagues club into the ground. Played to Smith. Goes right to Ward. Out the back to Gray. Gray dummies and takes the tackle. I tell you what, he had Duncan flying through. 6 metres out. Played to Smith. Goes left to Ward. Then away to Murray. And Murray, I don't know what he was doing there. He just throws the ball away, and Parramatta comes up with the footy. 10 out from their own line. Rabbitohs 6, Eels 0. 10 minutes gone. Parramatta a little bit let off the hook there.
Yeah, Jack DeBellin forced that error there, Andrew. Came from the inside. Murray was just looking to make the pass, and Jack DeBellin chopped his arms and forced the error.
So now it is Parramatta, 22 out from their own line. Here's an offload away to Josh Addo-Carr. Fends away from one. It's outclaimed. Right on his own 30-metre line. Back his way into the defence. Plays the ball to Volkman. Comes over inside right to Williams. Centre field, he scored 14 metres short of halfway. Eels with it down 6-0, played to Edwards. Goes right to Bellin to Tuolangi. He charges there into the defence of Walker and Aiken, and down he goes to his knees. 3 metres short of halfway. Plays the ball now to Edwards. He dummy to his left and then caught the defence napping. Good run from dummy half to within 37 of the goal line. Played on the last tackle to Iongi. Goes left to a running Moses. Puts up a kick to Edward Corsi. Coming through is Adokar. Up they go. Edward Corsi loses it behind him. Sweeping is Gray. He's got it for South. Rabbitohs have it. 9 out from their own line. 11 gone. South Sydney 6, Parramatta 0.
What about the tempo of this game, man? It was really picking up in spite of the conditions. That was a great yardage set by Parramatta. They let the Rabbitohs off the hook, play 3 penalty, had them pinned inside their 10-metre area.
Yeah, it looks like Kelma Tuolangi, the player, penalised in the tackle. First penalty of the game goes to South. 12 out from their own line. 11 minutes 30 gone. No 6-0 to South Sydney. No scoring yet for Parramatta as Ward finds touch. 29 out from his own line on that eastern side. Stucken, tap and run straight into the defence of Kautonga and put to the ground. 12 short of halfway, 11 in from the eastern touchline. Played to Ward, goes left to Kolomatangi, up the middle he goes. 3 defenders there, including Tavidi and Edwards. 5 short of halfway. Now Smith goes left to Tola. He's knocked to the ground by Edwards and over the top to Alangi right on halfway, middle of the field. Smith goes right to Murray. Then Ward got a short ball away to Fafita. Volkman holding on for dear life. He broke free of him. Finished off by Williams. 32 out from the Eels line eastern side. Played to Smith. Back open side left. Murray to Walker. Seawall, great tip onto Johnston. He puts a step around Semrani for the goal line. The King is just short. Desperate defence, half a metre out from Moses to save the day. Played on the last. Here's a little stab kick by Walker. It ends up in goal. It's dived on by Parramatta. Walker dives on Semrani. Goal line dropout. Boy, the influence Walker's having on this game is enormous after 12 and a half minutes. Line dropout Eels. South up 6-0.
Absolutely, Andrew. You got that 100% right. What about Alex Johnson's carry there? The footwork he showed and the balance. How old is he again?
That was nearly 230, wasn't it?
Oh, brilliant play.
Does Moses go deep again here? Let's see. Yes, he will. He goes to the eastern side, bounces off the body of Ashton Ward, recovers it 40 metres out, gives the pass left to Tavita Totola, and he scored 30 metres out from the Parramatta goal line. South on the attack again. It seems like all of the opening 13 and a bit minutes have been at the northern end. Kolomatangi, good run up the middle. He's taken 18 out from the goal line. Play. Brandon Smith picks it up, goes himself, pass away, crashing over is Ewan Aiken. He got straight past one. He's over to score the try, Ewan Aiken. Try to South Sydney, who raced to a 10-0 lead. 13 and a half minutes gone. They look super sharp as they did against the Broncos. Ewan Aiken, great effort to score. Rabbitohs 10, Eels 0, kick to come.
Yeah, Andrew, a great carry by Kolomatangi. There gets a quick play the ball. Brandon Smith, who sometimes he's one of those hookers that you go, oh, what are you doing, mate? And then that was just beautiful timing, getting in tempo, coming out of dummy half. And Ewan Aiken, he knows how to run a gap, gets down there and scores adjacent to the post.
Kolomatangi would be in my New South Wales Origin team, I don't mind saying.
Is that in the blow-up?
What do you mean?
Well, the blow-up of the team.
Well, even if it was the only change, I'd bring him in. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, spot on, Andrew. They're looking super sharp, the Rabbitohs, and that's off the back of that Kieran Kolomatangi played the ball, got on his front, quick play the ball. Brandon Smith sensed the opportunity. Ewan Aiken pushing up, and it's been all South Sydney to start this game.
Yeah, they've been really impressive. Parramatta, even that kick chase by Murray and then Brandon Smith to push Iongi back into the in-goal area and force the line dropout led to the try.
It does, Andrew. That's 3 sets in a row, and we've seen what happens when you start to dominate possession in modern footy. That's where your points come from.
Here's Seagwalt, 19 out, 19 in from the western touchline. He's kicked one from one, right foot kicker. Seagwalt strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. His second from as many as attempts, and it's South Sydney 12, leading Parramatta 0, 15 minutes gone here at Western Sydney Stadium. And if you're following Parramatta, I'd be concerned about leaking in too many more points because you don't know how many they've got in them with the players that they're obviously lacking. Around the ground, it's quarter time in the AFL. Brisbane Lions 25, Sydney Swans 15. And South Sydney's had 67% of the ball, but that's mainly because Parramatta's completed only 3 of their 6 sets. That ain't going to get the job done. Here's the kickoff from Sean Russell into the in-goal area. Caught by Walker. He gives it away right to Kolomatangi. He charges there into DeBellin and Williams and caught 12 metres out from his own line. So South Sydney begins another set. Played to Brandon Smith. He works it open side right, and the tackle comes 18 metres out from the line by Kautongi and on to Tola. They go right side, 27 out from their own line south. Fafita plays it to Smith. Setterfield left to Murray, then away to Walker. Turned it into the try scorer Aiken. Setterfield is claimed there by Tuolangi and Williams, and one other defender, 14 short of halfway. That was Harrison Edwards. Now Murray Setterfield. He's tackled 8 short of halfway. Last play Rabbitohs, who lead 12-0. Smith goes right. Ashton Ward kicks downfield. Getting back there, Iongi drifting to his left, 10 out from his own line. He's got Adokar with him, but he takes it up himself and he gets absolutely hammered by Brandon Smith. Right on the Parramatta 20, played awkwardly. Adokar from dummy half, only gains 4. Caught 24 out from his own line. What a sign this is for South that Brandon Smith is playing like he is at the moment. Here are the Eels now on their own 30-metre line. Dummy half is Edwards. He sent the ball away open side left, but the South Sydney defence every bit as sharp as their attack. 10 short of halfway, and that time was David Fafita. Set restart against Southside. Moses got the pass away to Russell, who's handed to the ground on that eastern side. 10 metres in South Sydney's territory, so that's the first restart for Parramatta. Now it comes open side right. Kitiani Kautonga caught 31 out from the Rabbitohs line. South's up 12-0, but Parramatta on the attack. Moses gets it on the inside to Sam Tuaviti. He's caught 26 out from the Rabbitohs line. Plays the ball to Edwards. Goes right to Moses. Then links up with Iongi. Dummies his way into Walker. And he hits the deck quickly. 14 out from the south line. 15 in from the western touch line. Now they go left again, the Eels. To Bellin away. Falkman. Cut out pass to Adokar. 15 metres out. Steps back in field. And he's going to be taken 7 metres out from the goal line. And the defence coming on that occasion by 3 South Sydney defenders. Here's the cross-field kick on the last. Tuolangi knocks the ball back. Scooped up by Parramatta. Long ball away this time. Fending away from 1-2. Kelly's going to score. He got straight past Graham Walker and scores the most unlikely try. Brian Kelly hits back for Parramatta. 17 minutes 30 gone. South Sydney 12, Parramatta 4. And if Wayne Bennett was thrilled with what he saw in the opening 15 minutes, he won't be with that. Try to Kelly. 12-4. Rabbitohs lead the Eels.
It's the Rabbitohs' first opportunity to get a repeat set there, Andrew, and on the last play, it was a good knockback, and I think was it Mitch Moses, gets the ball, and as soon as that Harbour Bridge pass came, I thought there's no way they're going to score, but Sydney do a good job just holding his feet there and getting across the line there.
Yeah, the initial kick from Boltman, then Tuolangi flew high, tapped it along the ground, and Mitch Moses, the up and under pass, must have gone 20 feet in the air, Michael Carrion.
Yeah, it was beautiful work from Brian Kelly. It was more of a hopeful pass there from Mitch Moses. Wasn't much of a kick from Ronald Volkman, but they found a way there. Brian Kelly, outstanding finish, beating 3 South Sydney defenders. All ends up. The slippery surface hurt the defenders, but didn't hurt the attacking Brian Kelly.
It just shows the importance of possession, doesn't it, Andrew? They get one repeat set, get to show some last play opportunity in these conditions. Well done.
And this after, on the back of some really brutal South defence. So now it's Mitch Moses to try and convert. He's 19 out, 14 metres in from touch on the western side. South 12, Parramatta 4, NRL Thursday on ABC Sport. Here's Moses with the right boot. Strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. The crowd roar here at Western Sydney Stadium. South Sydney 12, Parramatta 6. And we've had 19 minutes of play. In the second quarter of the AFL at the Gabba, Brisbane Lions 25, leading the Sydney Swans 15. So now Seagull brings it back to the centre of halfway for the restart.
I have to say that even though South Sydney have certainly dominated most of this game, you can't actually question the attitude or the mentality of the Parramatta Eels team. They're just showing up for each other continually.
So Seagull gets us back underway. And the kick-off is taken about 3 metres out from the line by Bolton. He gives it away right to Sam Tuaviti. And he's he's bustled backwards, 10 metres out from his own line, 5 in from touch on the eastern side, played to Edwards, goes right down to the second row, heading it up, Kitiani Kautonga, 16 out from his own line. They go right to Bellin to Moses, found a cut-out pass to Semrani, nearly broke free, dragged to the ground by Walker, 29 out from the Eels goal line, played to Edwards, goes left to Tuolangi, Ewan Aikens there with Smith and Kolomatangi, 14 short of halfway. Parramatta playing its way into the game here. Edwards, he works at centre field left. Williams has caught 6 short of halfway. Played on the last to Edwards, comes right, Moses kicks downfield under pressure, tackle to the ground there, 5 short of halfway. Kick taken by Edward Corsi, but it's a penalty for the tackle coming on the kicker of the footy, Mitch Moses. So a penalty actually does go to Parramatta, 19 metres out from the South Sydney line, the tackle from Ewan Aiken. He kept both arms around him, Matty, but what did you find?
I feel like if he just after the first contact, when the kick had left it, just if he let it go and Mitch Moses did his dive, it would have been play on. But the fact that he held onto him and jammed him into the ground after a kick had left his boot, that created the penalty.
Touchline MC.
I thought he did everything right. He went down with the players, which is what you're supposed to do. Obviously, it was heavy contact, but I thought that was completely legal and safe from Ewan Aiken.
Yeah, I did too, I must admit. Now from the restart, 15 out. Ball played to Edwards, goes left. Moses, Volkman, and then away to Kautonga. He scored 12 out from the south line. 19 minutes, 20 left in the half. 12-6 South, set restart inside the 10 for South Sydney, and Parramatta only 4 away to Bellin. Plays it to Edwards, goes right, Sam Tuiviti. He's very close. Gray and Kolomatangi shove him back a metre away from the goal line. Plays it to Edwards. He sends it away left to Moses, then pumps it out to Volkman. Plays out the back to Iongi. Away to Alokar. Sprint for the line. Went over the touchline, and Belinda Sharp flag is up in that southeast corner. Josh Alokar looks perplexed, if not flabbergasted, away in the distance. It's going to be a South play the ball. 10 metres out from the Parramatta line. 18 minutes 30. To go in the half. In fact, it's been ruled to have come off a South Sydney player. So it will be a Parramatta ball, 10 out, 10 in that southeast corner. So another set for the Eels, trailing 12-6 with 18 minutes 20 to go in the half. It's played to Edwards, comes right to Bellin, who juggled it, turns it into Williams. Jack Williams caught 9 metres out from the goal line. He'll play the ball, Edwards, too slow on the play the ball, South. Another set restart for Parramatta. Here's a short pass away, and Parramatta running 6 metres out from the goal line. Played to Edwards, dummies, goes himself. But straight into the defence of Kolomatangi. 3 metres out for the goal line, and Ewan Aiken. Edwards, long pass left away. Moses to Volkman. Volkman, cut out ball, got it away to support. And the tackle comes only 6 metres out from the line. Tallis Duncan there defending. Now they work it right to Volkman. Dummies his way into the defence. Flicks it to nobody in particular. Picked up back on the 20 by Harrison Edwards. Away to Moses. Left to right to Tuolangi. He sent the pass on this time to Brian Kelly. Kelly charges at Seawold head on. Put to the ground 1-on-1. 8 out from the line. 5 in from the western touchline. Played to Semrani. Goes left to Moses. Then away to Bellin. Got a short ball away to Williams. He's tackled 5 metres out from the line. Now it comes away left to Parramatta, 2 metres away. They must have got another set restart here along the way, Parramatta as well. Now Moses knocks the ball on. He got a high pass. He drops it. He whacks at his own thigh. Change over of possession because South dive on it. 15 out from their own line through Tallis Duncan. And now Corsi caught on his own 20. 23 minutes gone. South 12, Parramatta 6.
Some great resilience showed there by the South Sydney defence because it felt like it was imminent that Parramatta were going to get across the stripe yet again. Had they got the energy to get out of their own territory, Andrew?
Jamie Humphries on the field for South Sydney. He'll go into dummy half. It comes right from him away to Kolomatangi. Great leg drive by Kolomatangi. Caught 3 short of halfway. Looks like Brandon Smith walking from the field down to that southern end. Now the Bunnies go right to David Fafita. He's held up in the tackle, now on the ground. 7 metres in Parramatta's half. 12 in from touch eastern side. Play to Humphrey. Short side right to Ashton Ward. Kick downfield for Iongi with the catch. 9 out from his own line, and he accelerates into the chase, but he's put to the ground here by Humphries and Lockie Hudner, who's on the field as well. 12 out from the Parramatta line. Now a long ball for Parramatta. Goes right. Kelly to Samrani. He accelerates into Siegwald and Johnston. Tackle made. About 16 out from the line. Luca Moretti on the field now, by the way, for Parramatta. But it's Kelly out of dummy half. Bounced away from Walker into Johnston, Aitken and Siegwald. Great run. 15 short of halfway. This is turning into quite a game. It's 12-6 Rabbitohs. Luca Moretti, his first run's a good one. Finally claimed a metre short of halfway. He plays the ball now to Edwards. Goes left to Moses, centre field to Volkman. Volkman to the lay ball, a Yongi away to Russell. And he's met very solidly in defence by Corsi. Finished off by the halfback Ward, 5 metres in South Territory. Last play. Kick downfield from Moses. A midfield roost. As high as the top of the grandstand. The ball out to bounce by everybody. Picked up by Harrison Edwards. He loses it. Picked up by South Sydney. Walking to Jai Gray. Put the step on pass to Alangi. Now caught 28 out from his own line. 25 minutes gone. South 12, Parramatta 6 to the touchline. In a moment to Michael Carianis, but it's a forward pass out of dummy half for South Sydney. So their game is falling around them a little bit. Parramatta will get a scrum feed. 30 out from the South line. Down to you, Michael.
Yeah, lazy pass out of dummy half from Alex Johnson there to young Latrell Siegwald. It was just a poor pass and rightly called forward from the match officials, putting their defensive line under some more pressure.
And looking at the replay, there's no doubt that was a forward pass from Johnston to Siegwald.
Absolutely. And what about the quality of attack we're getting to witness here from both teams? Will the defences be able to hang on here from South Sydney in another set?
Scrum fed and won by Parramatta. It comes right to Semrani, and he charges into the defence of Siegwald. And Walker, 26 out, 10 in from touch western side. Here's a poor pass from dummy half. Scooped up though by Parramatta into the very safe hands of Jack Williams, and he's caught 24 metres out from the line by Hubner. Plays the ball to Edwards, goes left to Moses to Volkman, turns it in now to Kautonga. Got a one-handed pass away, deflected back here for Parramatta, through hands to Bell and to Moses, goes right to Tuolangi, right foot step into Aiken and put to the ground with help from Hubner and Komla Matangi. 18 out from the south line. Edwards goes left to Bellin. Dummy goes himself into the defence. Held up, still going, then got to pass away back to support. It comes from Moretti away to a juggling Williams. He steps into the defence, headed by Kolomatangi, and put to the ground finally. 6 out in front of the southern post. Edwards fires it right to Moses. Then away it went to Iongi, but the defence is there. And the tackle made 4 metres out. Great, a brilliant read defence from Johnston. On the last, Moses puts a little dink kick flying through Kautonga. Caught by South Sydney. The Rabbitohs have it in the in-goal area, and Jared Sutton will rule a goal line dropout. It was brilliantly done. I think it was Tallis Duncan circling back there with the catch. 27 minutes gone. South 12, Parramatta 6. We head downstairs. Michael Carianis, line dropout bunnies.
Yeah, about to make their second change. Well, they've made that second change. Talon De Silva has come on for Harrison Edwards. He'll try and take advantage around that ruck of some tiring South Sydney defenders.
So here's the line dropout now coming from Ashton Ward. He's going short to the western side. It spins. Caught though by Kelly. Kelly through half a gap. Got through one tackle. Aiken now caught 8 metres out from the goal line. He'll play it 20 in from touch in the southwest corner to De Silva. Goes left to Moses. Turns it in to De Silva. And the defence, 1, 2, 3 Rabbitohs there to bring him to the ground, including Humphreys and Hubner. Now they go left. Moses, Volkman, Iongi. Delayed short ball away to Russell. Then the magnificent try-saving tackle right in the eastern corner by Tallis Duncan. How did he stay in? Play to Adokar. Long pass goes right. Through hand to Iongi to Volkman. Turns it back on the inside as Parramatta get within 10 of the line. It's played to De Silva. Goes away right to Volkman. Delayed pass to Moses. Cut out ball Semrani. Semrani backs himself. Johnston, another great tackle 2 metres out. Last tackle, Parramatta down 12-6. Played to Iongi. Poor pass knocked on by Mitchell Moses. But it was a terrible pass out of dummy half. The Rabbitohs survive again. They're going to play the ball 10 out from their own line. 28.5 minutes gone here at Western Sydney Stadium. South 12, Parramatta 6. Mitch Moses, not for the first time, remonstrating with referee Jared Sutton. But what about that tackle on the southeast corner by Tallis Duncan to stop a try?
Unbelievable. And then Alex Johnson thought he'd join in over on this side, Andrew. That was a a high quality attacking, not just one set, phase of play there from Parramatta. What about the defence shown by the South Sydney?
Seagull plays it. Here's the high tackle, I thought, from Semrani. Now so does the referee on advice from the touchdown. So it's a penalty going to South Sydney. And we haven't seen many of those in the game. It's 16 out from the South Sydney line. The hit-up came for the Rabbitohs by Aiken, and Semrani slipped off the ball to get him around the chin. Penalties are 2-1 to the Rabbitohs. And Ashton Ward will find touch on the western side of Western Sydney Stadium and does so in front of us, 15 metres short of halfway. The tap will be taken. And it is by Siegwald. Goes right to Kolomatangi. Burst through Tuolangi. And then in the tackle, got the offload away as well. Picking the ball up is Humphreys. He furthers the footy, advances another couple of metres to within a metre of halfway. And put to the ground by Dylan Walker, who's out there now for Parramatta. Back towards centre field now, the Rabbitohs. Taking the tackle, Murray, 5 metres in Parramatta's half. Plays the ball to Humphreys. Goes left through hands, away comes Hudner to Walker, then to Aiken. He's cut down. 33 out from the Eels line, 15 in from the western touchline by Moses. Played to Walker. Goes right, Kolomatangi, another great run. He's been amazing for South. Stands in the tackle, 21 out from the Parramatta line. 12-6 Rabbitohs lead, half an hour gone. South spread it to the right, through hands away to Jai Gray. He's felled 14 metres out from the goal line by Russell. Good tackle. They go short side right. Humphreys. And here's a lost ball by Tallis Duncan and the tackle of Josh Adokar. Knock on South Sydney. For all the great attack we're seeing, boy, we're seeing some wonderful last-ditch defence from both teams. It'll be a Parramatta ball, 10 out for their own line, 9 minutes 30 left in the half. And it's South Sydney 12, Parramatta 6, Matthew Ellis.
Yeah, he absolutely nailed that description of it, Andrew. Humphreys there, he didn't get the pass on the mark there for Tallis Duncan, because if he did, Andrew, I think he gets across the line.
So now Parramatta 14 out from their own line. They were down 12-0 in no time. 2 tries in the opening 14 minutes. Possession at the moment is 56% to Parramatta. Hasn't that turned around since the opening 10 minutes? So now the Eels get within 11 metres of halfway. Ball's going to be played after another good run by Brian Kelly. Tackled by Siegwald. Played to De Silva. Goes left to Moses to Walker. Then away to Volkman. Takes on the defence. Cut to the ground. 6 short of halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Played on the last. Iongi goes right. Kick downfield from Moses. Dropping back Johnston. He has the catch. 13 out from his own goal line. Heads up over the 20. Into Semrani and Kelly and Kelma Tuolangi. Put to the ground. 26 out from his own line. South 12. Parramatta 6. Ball played to Siegwald. Goes right to Gray. Away to Edward Corsi in off the right wing. Here he's put to the ground. 28 metres out from his own line with 8 minutes 30 left in a very entertaining first half. Jai Gray hits up the line himself. He's tackled. Plays the ball. Humphreys goes left to Hudner. In centre field. Murray away to Walker. Cut out ball to Siegwald. Takes on Semrani. Beat him. Then got a wraparound ball that's been dropped by South Sydney's Cody Walker. Kelly couldn't handle it. Walker showed great desire to get after it and land on it, but it is a knock-on by Walker. Thought the pass was all right from Siegwald. It's going to be a Parramatta scrum feed, though. 2 short of halfway. 8 minutes left in the half. South 12, Parramatta 6 on NRL Thursday.
Yeah, Andrew, it was a really good pass, but again, Tuolangi coming from the inside, they're just knocking the ball down. Was really good defence. And that's what we've seen so often in this half, haven't we, where there's been half opportunities, try-saving tackles, or plays just snuffing out real, genuine opportunities. Just great to watch.
Parramatta wins the scrum, and it comes left side. Russell Court, 3 metres in South territory, round the grounds. AFL at the Gabba second quarter. Brisbane Lions 48, leading the Sydney Swans 21. Here's the Eels, 10 metres in South territory. To Silver dummy half. Goes right Moses, short ball to Langi. Charges in and away from Walker. Taken by Kolomatangi. 21 out from the goal line in concert with Humphreys, but Humphreys too slow on the play the ball. That's the 5th set restart awarded to Parramatta, who are now 17 metres out from the Rabbitohs goal line, trailing 12-6. Moses plays it to Silva. Walker turns the ball back to his right as the Eels get within 11 of the goal line, right in front of the post is where Williams plays it to Silva. Left to Volkman, short ball away to Kautonga. Cut down only 2 metres out from the line by Fafita and Ward. Played to De Silva. Goes to the right, Volkman. Then away through hands, Dylan Walker. Up he goes himself, but he's going to be wrapped up 3 metres out from the line line. Colin Matungi was in there with Ewan Aiken. Now to the right, getting very close. Jack Williams, half a metre away. Played on the last to Silva. Short side right to Moses. Links up with Iongi. He dummies into Walker and he's finished off. 4 out for the line. Changeover. South Sydney's defence again holds firm. 6 minutes 20 left in the half. South 12, Parramatta 6 down to the touchline. Michael Carriano.
Yeah, you guys have been banging on about last-ditch try-saving efforts. There was another one there. I don't know how Jack Williams just didn't reach out and score that try. I think if he got his arm extended, I think he would have just been able to slide over in these wet conditions.
It was so close, wasn't it? And now South Sydney, who do survive again, take the footy up over their 20 with his 12-6 lead.
You talked about Jai Gray and how dangerous he is in attack, and that was again him. Just such a small man against the front rower, coming up with another try-saving play.
Here's Gray hitting the ball up now as a forward, but he didn't go far. He smashed to the ground. 33 out from his own line by Moretti. Plays the ball and it comes to the right. Kick downfield from Ashton Ward, drifting left and back. Iongi with a catch. 17 out from his own line. Heads over the 20 to the 30. Does he choose to use Adokar? He does not, in the tackle there of Duncan and Corsi. 32 out from the Parramatta line, eastern side. Plays it to Volkman. Goes open side right to Josh Adokar. And he just ran straight over the top of one that time, Hubner. Finally caught 11 short of halfway. Now they work it right, Parramatta to Moretti. He's tackled 3 metres short of halfway. Light rain continues here at Parramatta as the Eels go right. Walker, Moses, short ball Iongi. Isaiah's going to be caught. Or was that Kelly coming in off the wing? It was Kelly. He's caught on halfway. Plays the ball now and they work it right. De Silva to Moses. Tries to split them. Hitting a great ball and all tackle though. 35 out from the goal line. Latrell Seagull with Keaton Colomatangi. Playing on the last. Terrible pass, but good hands down low from Volkman. Kick into the raindrops. Up goes Dylan Walker and it comes down to Alex Johnston. He steps past Tuolangi. Got away from Samrani and now caught 25 out from his own line. He's had some moments, AJ. Hasn't scored yet. 4.5 minutes to go on the half. South lead 12-6. Now it's Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs. He scored 32 out from his own line by De Silva. Plays it to Brandon Smith. He sends it open side right and Seagwald's caught 12 metres short of halfway by Moretti. Plays the ball now to Smith. Goes right through hands. Humphreys sent it right to Ward back on the inside for Feeder. He got the pass away as well and now Brandon Smith is 2 metres in Parramatta territory. He takes off from dummy half, goes to the right, Hutner put to the ground. 38 out from the Eels goal line, playing on the last tackle. It comes right, Brandon Smith to Ashton Ward. Kick again straight down the throat of Isaiah Iongi. He's got the catch, 3 out from his own goal line, heads up over the 10 and he's met by the chase, 13 out from his own line, 3 minutes 30 left in the half. South Sydney leading 12-6 as now Adokar is caught, Matthew, 22 out from his own line.
Well, for the listeners, if this sounds like Andrew speaking at light speed, it's because this is how fast this game's going. So the cadence of this game is definitely going to have some fatigue output at some stage.
Now Semrani on the right edge at right centre. Tackled 11 short of halfway. 20 from the western touchline. Played to De Silva. Centre field left to Walker. Away Moretti through a huge gap. Over halfway. Over the 40. Support comes as well in the shape of Volkman. Volkman dragged to the ground from behind. 12 metres out. Ashton Ward, what a tackle. Play on for Parramatta. They work at left edge. Ball over the top away from Russell for Adokar. Back to Russell. Comes right again, Kautonga. Kick goes into the goal there and over the dead ball line from Kitione. 20-metre tap. 7 tackles set for South Sydney, who lead 12-6. 2 minutes 40 to go in the half. It's almost impossible to believe that the Rabbitohs are still in front. What about the ball to Luca Moretti?
Again, Andrew, that was pure fatigue through the middle of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, but
the tackle from Ashton Ward, Matty, that was old school halfback cover defence.
it was, Andrew. And again, look who else shows up there chasing around. Jai Gray. He's just unbelievable. I cannot believe a player of his size actually has the physical presence that he does.
As in unable to be believed. Here's Alex Johnson over the 30. It comes open side right. South Sydney get it to within 14 metres of halfway. Ball played and they go to the right. Humphreys toward the Jai Gray. And he's put it around by Volkman. 3 short of halfway with Russell. 15 in from the eastern touchline. Plays the ball. They go right edge again here, South Sydney. Fafita. Can he offload? Yes, he can to Tallis Duncan. Duncan accelerates. He loses the ball 13 metres in Parramatta's territory. And now the Eels have, with a minute 50 left on the ticking clock in the half. 12 short of halfway. Played to De Silva. Goes open side right this time for Parramatta. And Yongi's cut down 8 short of halfway. Played to De Silva. Goes right to Walker. Walker dummies. Fends away from one tackle. Cuts across field. Through it along the ground beyond Kautonga. Picked up now by Russell. Russell ducked underneath Tallis Duncan to be claimed by Fafita. 3 short of halfway. 5 in from touch eastern side. Adokar dummy half. Goes right. Strong run by Kidiani Kautonga. Caught 9 metres in Rabbitohs territory. De Silva spins it away right to Volkman. Turns it a dubious pass inside to Dylan Walker that ends up being 4. So it'll be a Rabbitohs scrum feed, about 13 short of halfway, just over a minute left in the half. South 12, Parramatta 6, touchline, Michael Carianis.
Well, this goes back to Matty's point a couple of moments ago where fatigue was going to kick in, and these are just some fatigue errors defensively from South Sydney, and then with the ball there from Ronald Volkman, just a really poor pass on the inside which went forward. So, yeah, it's that fatigue factor that Matty was alluding to.
Right, Michael, here's the scrum to be fed by South, 40 seconds to go. In it goes, out it comes, and they spin it left to Jai Gray. Gray a left foot step, claimed by Moses over the top. 3 short of halfway, 20 in from touch western side. Played to Siegwald, goes right Kolomatangi, nailed head on by Kilmer Tuolangi. 6 metres in Parramatta territory. Walker was there as well. Now Smith goes right, through hands, and it's Fafita bouncing away from one into Russell. Down low goes Kautonga. 38 out from the Parramatta line. 15 in from the eastern touchline. 10 seconds to go in the half. Smith sends the ball away left side. Cody Walker, short pass Ewan Aiken. He's rounded up by Samrani. Dribbled it out the back to Siegwald. Siren sounds. They go right to Brandon Smith. He kicked it straight to a Parramatta player. Recovered by Siegwald. He puts it in the ground, but Isaiah Iongi is back there. Doesn't pre-condition. Gee, the players have done very, very well. South Sydney 12, Parramatta 6, and referee Jared Sutton officially blows an end to the first 40 minutes here at Parramatta. So, for South Sydney, their points came early. Tries to Cody Walker in the 5th minute, Ewan Aiken in the 14th, Latrell Siegwald, 2 goals from 2 attempts and 1 restart. For Parramatta, a try to Brian Kelly in the 18th minute, Mitch Moses 1 from 1, 5 restarts for Parramatta. The penalty count only 2-1 in favour of the Rabbitohs, who lead this game, Matthew Elliott, 12 points to 6.
Yeah, you call it entertaining, Andrew. I'm also going to add high quality to it as well. Even in these conditions, and yes, there were some errors there, but most of them were forced errors. The amount of try-saving tackles we saw, which means the amount of really good attack that we got to witness as well, was on show. They weren't easy tackles to make. That was a really, really great half of 40. Hopefully we get to see the same in the next 40 minutes.
Let's go to the touchline. Michael Carianis, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, really enjoyable 40 minutes and high quality given the conditions. It was end-to-end action. Parramatta did well to get back into this game because it was all South Sydney in the opening 15-20 minutes, but they found a way to come back and get back into this match. But yeah, really, really good performance. Keon Kolomatangi was outstanding in that opening 40 minutes.
So at half-time, it is 12-6 South lead Parramatta. Having some questions about Brisbane. Robbo says, team, your signal's flipping off briefly every 6 or 7 seconds in Brisbane. Do you have a technical issue or is my radio faulty? Love the coverage as always. Robbo, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. No one's told me. But let me know if it improves. Hopefully it will. In the AFL second quarter, Brisbane Lions 48 lead the Sydney Swans 27. Matthew Elliott is here. Michael Carianis downstairs. I'm Andrew Moore. NRL Thursday on ABC Sport. South 12, Parramatta 6 to get us underway for round 17 of the NRL season. Exciting second half to come. But right now, let's head to the ABC newsroom.
Good Good evening, I'm William Howard Evans. Venezuela's interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, says at least 32 people have been killed and 700 injured after two powerful earthquakes hit the country. A state of emergency has been declared after the 7.2 and 7.5 magnitude quakes struck west of the capital, Caracas. Some apartment blocks have been reduced to rubble, as the BBC's Will Grant reports.
Emergency services have been working through the night to reach those trapped inside collapsed buildings. A number of neighbourhoods in Caracas have been affected. Some apartment blocks have been reduced to rubble. The sides have been torn off others. Olivio Gonzalez, who lives in Caracas, said he was lucky he was outside his apartment with his family when the earthquake struck. When he returned, he found the building completely destroyed. How many families are going to end up like this, he asked. Schools will be suspended and the main airport in Caracas has also been closed.
Venezuelan community member Scarlett Hernandez has told the ABC it's been a nervous wait to hear from her friends and family.
Right now, we don't have most of communications because the energy, Venezuela right now, we don't have energy to communicate. And so we are waiting and hoping that they can be fine.
The federal government's budget legislation has passed Parliament, paving the way for changes to capital gains tax and negative gearing. Under Labor's reforms, which come into effect in July next year, the 50% CGT discount will be replaced by an inflation-based model. Negative gearing will be limited to new property builds, but this won't affect people who have used the concession before budget night. Government frontbencher Mark Butler has welcomed the result.
This is finally giving young Australians a fair crack at owning a home. We're also getting much fairer treatment of income between wages and investment income, which allows us to deliver our fifth tax cut to wage earners as well. So it's a very, very good package.
Federal Independent MP Sophie Scomps has welcomed the creation of a new party called Community Strong Australia. Zali Steggall and Allegra Spender have formed the party to focus on community representation and bringing Australians together. Other Teal independents, including Monique Ryan and Kate Cheney, have ruled out joining for now. Ms Scomps says the party could appeal to voters who no longer feel represented by the major parties.
The Liberal Party has left the playing field and they're wondering who on earth is going to represent us if we want things like sensible and strong economic management, but we also want action on the big issues of our time, like climate change, like AI.
Fortescue CEO Dino Otranto has conceded Australia's mining giants have more work to do to address sexual harassment in the workplace. A landmark class action has been filed against the company in the federal court. The case joins two other lawsuits against BHP and Rio Tinto in alleging widespread sexual discrimination and harassment of claimants. Mr. Otranto says he takes the allegations very seriously.
This isn't the first class action we've seen in the industry over the last couple of years. In saying that, this is an extremely serious allegation that Fortescue takes very seriously. I've been briefed on the class action which was presented today.
The husband of Victorian Liberal MP Moira Deeming, who has accused a colleague of assault, has posted a message in support of his wife on social media. Meg Whitfield has more.
Former Victorian Liberal Party leader Matthew Guy is considering launching defamation action after being accused of assault by fellow MP Moira Deeming, which he strenuously denies. Ms Deeming alleges Mr Guy put her in a headlock at a community event in Melbourne's West in May. Victoria Police is investigating. Security vision from the event appears to show Mr Guy placing his hand on Ms Deeming's back during a conversation. In a post on social media, Andrew Deeming said he would never grab a woman by the back of the neck, and that as a manager, if a male staff member did do that, they'd be gone by the end of the day. Both MPs declined to comment.
And in sport, the Brisbane Broncos have announced veteran centre Dane Gagai will join the NRL club on a one-season deal next year. The 35-year-old centre will leave his current side Newcastle at the end of the season. Gagai debuted for the Broncos in 2011 and played 6 times before long-term stints at the Knights and the Rabbitohs. He's now played more than 320 club games. You're up to date with the latest ABC News.
Plunging on the blind side.
In the snow, I've always been told if you start stumbling, grumbling or mumbling, ask for help.
Ryan HG.
You've only got to almost walk past a table that's got a beer on it. You become,
legless.
Ryan HG on ABC Listen.
ABC sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
5 out from the line. Now they go left. Ward got it away to Murray. Links up with Walker. Takes on the line himself. Goes straight through to score the try. Cody Walker, brilliant. And South Sydney now make Parramatta pay for the mistakes. Try to Cody Walker. It seems like all of the opening 13 and a bit minutes have been at the northern end. Colomatungi, good run up the middle. He's taken 18 out from the goal line play. Brandon Smith picks it up. Goes himself. Pass away. Crashing over is Ewan Aiken. He got straight past one. He's over to score the try. Ewan Aiken. Try to South Sydney, who raced to a 10-0 lead. 13 and a half minutes gone. They look super sharp as they did against the Broncos. Here's the crossfield kick on the last. Tuolangi knocks the ball back. Scooped up by Parramatta. Long ball away this time. Fending away from 1-2. Kelly's going to score. He got straight past Graham Walker and scores the most unlikely try. Brian Kelly hits back for Parramatta.
ABC sports coverage of the NRL Premiership on your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio and ABC Listen.
Yes, here at Western Sydney Stadium, it is 12 points to 6. South Sydney over Parramatta. Matthew Elliott is here, Michael Carianis, I'm Andrew Moore. And Matty, it looked like this score could be anything after South scored 2 tries in 9 minutes to lead 12-0, and Cody Walker looked like he was going to run amok. But Parramatta did not only well to be the next score a few minutes later through Brian Kelly, but they've been the team creating more opportunities than the Rabbitohs, who have had to rely on great goal line defence.
Absolutely, Andrew. It's a really perfect description of that first half where the possession swung around, where the Rabbitohs had over 60% of possession, and then they ended up only having 45 at the end of the half. So I've really got to take Wayne Bennett would be over the moon with their goal line defence.
Yes.
So and it's probably a key message for both teams is in the conditions like this, as we see that rain get a little more solid outside. Is that your defensive effort's going to be the one that wins or loses this game?
Trying to think of a tackle or two that stand out above all others. The standout tackle for me was the kick chase on Iongi by Cam Murray, joined by Brandon Smith to force Iongi in goal and get a goal line dropout. But the 2 try savers, really, the Ashton Ward cover defensive tackle down at the southern end, and then was a Tallis Duncan on Sean Russell in that Sowies corner. Was amazing.
Tallis Duncan gets my gold medal.
Yeah.
That's the one where that was a try, and then all of a sudden, just got a. But even the player staying in the field of play, I don't know how he did that as well.
Yeah,
it was just such a good tackle. So that was a really, really, as you said, Andrew, entertaining half of footy. I really hope that standard remains, even though the conditions aren't as nice.
12-6 in favour of South Sydney over Parramatta. It was lovely to run into Mark Hughes earlier today. I know Mark does a bit for your company and your programs, Matty, but it's 10 years that we've celebrated, if you like, the Beanie for Brain Cancer round, which is run by the NRL, of course, in partnership with the Mark Hughes Foundation. And in Australia, brain cancer kills more children than any other disease and more people under the age of 40 than any other cancer. And you're all being urged to donate or buy a beanie at the website, which is markhughesfoundation.com.au. Mark Hughes Foundation, all one word, .com.au. And you can also get them from Lowe's Australia stores and participating IGA Australia stores and selected Woolies stores as well. They've raised almost $30 million over the last 9 years. They've sold almost 1.5 million beanies for Beanie for Brain Cancer round. And as Mark spoke of so proudly, and I don't blame him, Matthew, earlier, was the research centre now at the University of Newcastle, which opened, I think, 4 years ago now, and they've got 46 people on staff at any time. It's amazing.
That is amazing, Andrew, and there's so much for Mark to be proud of, but that's not how he conducts himself. It's not only a wonderful foundation that he's created, it's come from an amazing person. And can I just tell anyone who's considering about getting one, they're really high quality beanies, by the way, as well.
Well, the most important thing is they keep your melon warm. Number one. Number two, they look good. I'm so happy I've got the watermelon crush one instead of what you have.
Well, yeah. Well,
That would be good if I was in the army.
I couldn't see you in the army, Andrew.
No, you couldn't.
You'd be a general.
No, I wouldn't.
Telling people what to do, throwing your pen down. Telling you.
I'm trying to pen in 10 years.
10 when?
At least 10
Weeks.
Probably many, many more than that. But look, Mark touched on it, but they've invested the Mark Hughes Foundation more than $10 million in innovation grants. They've supported 45 research projects, hundreds of researchers across Australia, and over 5,000 patient packs distributed around Australia, providing comfort for those who do need treatment for this incurable brain cancer disease. So every year we either talk to Mark or see Mark in this context, and you're proud of him because you've got to remember, as he said, there is no cure, and he was diagnosed with brain cancer 13, 14 years ago now. He gets his tests every 5 months. He's A-OK, looks great, and Matty, you're lucky to see him far more often than I am, but he seems to be doing great.
Yeah, he is, Andrew, but it's not something that goes away.
Yes.
So he has to go through that testing, on I think 3 or 4 times a year, and I guess there's got to be some anxiety that goes with that because he cares so much about his family.
Yeah.
It's not just about his own care. He doesn't want to impact his family, and he's just an incredible human. It just also makes me proud that the game has got behind him in the way that all of the fans and everyone else has done that to make such a big difference to families. It's when you hear the personal stories about families that are struggling, and then they get this support in those really key times. It's just a great thing.
Tomorrow, coverage from 5:30 on the ABC Listen. Brett Sprigg will take you through the roof with Clint Schifofsky and Karina Brown from Rabina Stadium. The South Sydney return to the field first here at Parramatta. It's Gold Coast Titans against Canterbury Bankstown. Kick-off at 6 o'clock. Then at 8 o'clock at Lang Park, Brisbane Broncos. The Premier season goes on the line as they take on the Sydney Roosters. Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack on the call. Then on Saturday, we'll be on air from 2 p.m. in the boardroom. We'll head to Q, Billy and Zano at 3 o'clock for the match of the round between the Dolphins and the Warriors. Then myself, Louis, MC and Grant Bell on the touchline at Townsville Stadium will call North Queensland against Penrith. And then the Battle of Brookvale, Manly Warringah against the Melbourne Storm from 7:30 with Brett Sprigg, Dean Hallertau and Ruan Sims. So Parramatta out there now as well. The scoreline, 12 points to 6 in favour of South. Parramatta will kick off running right to left as you look at your screen now. Michael Carianis has had a very busy half-time. He's been making cups of tea. He's been sniffing around the traps. MC 12-6 to South Sydney. What's the common feel down there?
Yeah, the team's very hot, Andrew, and keeping us warm.
Here's the kick-off coming from Sean Russell down to the northeast corner. Not to mention he's also got the watermelon crush beating. Keon Kolamatangi with the return. He's caught 11 metres out from his own line.
Is he from Finland?
Ball plays. No, he's too funny to be from Finland. It comes open side right to Ewan Aiken. And that's absolutely no offence to our Finnish listeners, and I'm sure we have many. But it's a Matthew Elliott in-joke as Hubner's caught 26 out from his own line. I'll explain it perhaps when footy's not on. Brandon Smith comes to the right. Ward turns it back on the inside for Feeder. He's caught 29 out from his own line. Opening set, second half, the tackle from Moretti. Played Brandon Smith out of dummy half. Bang, down he goes, courtesy of Tuolangi head on. 14 short of halfway. Played on the last. Comes right to Ashton Ward. Puts right boot to ball. Caught by Addo Carr. 16 metres out from the Parramatta line. Returns it over the 20. Runs across field. Straightens into defence. Kolamatangi, one of 3 defenders there to bring him down. 23 metres out from the Parramatta line. 12-6 in favour of the Rabbitohs. Although the scoreboard says 12-8. I'm sure I haven't missed a penalty goal. Matthew, have I?
No, you haven't missed a penalty goal, Andrew, so the scoreboard is right.
Here's Moses, turns the ball on the inside to Kelly, who's done some insightful things tonight. Wrapped up 32 out from his own line for Parramatta, 15 in from the eastern touchline. It's played, and it comes left now to Jack Williams. He's over the 40, wrapped up 7 metres short of halfway, and 20 in from touch eastern side. Plays the ball to Silva. It comes open side left this time for Dylan Walker. Great run. Cast to side. Humphreys played on the last. The ball comes left to Moses. Up goes the kick to the right wing of Corsi. Up against, great catch coming from Russell to Tonga. Then he got the pass away to Talon de Silva, and he's over between the posts. Great catch from Boltman, great effort by Russell, and they're over to score Parramatta. It's now South Sydney 12, Parramatta 10, kick to Eels. Talon de Silva the try, 2 minutes gone, second half.
Yeah, on the back of a really good yardage set, Andrew. They've got over just to 40 metres out. Up goes that bomb, and as you said, the take there was just by Russell was just sublime in these conditions, and some beautifully weighted passes there.
Let's go downstairs for the start second half of the home team, Michael.
Yeah, what a start for the Parramatta Eels. A nice kick there from Mitch Moses, but again it was a chase which created that opportunity for Parramatta, and Mitch Moses would draw things level here. The scoreboard has corrected itself now. It's showing 12-10 to the Rabbitohs, soon to be 12-all.
Mitch Moses just next to the post to convert the try. 1 from 1 in the first half. South 12, Parramatta 10. And the Eels strike early. They've scored the last 2 tries, and in a moment we'll be able to say they've scored the last 12 points. They trailed 12-0 after quarter of an hour, but Mitch Moses kicks the goal to level the scores. Parramatta 12, South Sydney 12, NRL Thursday on ABC Sport with 37 minutes still to play.
Well, Andrew, they've really come out of the dressing sheds on fire, because their first defensive set was also incredible, pinning the South Sydney Rabbitohs in their own half and getting a good long yardage return there. That was really good play from Parramatta.
So here's the kick-off around the grounds, by the way. Half-time in the AFL at the Gabba. Brisbane Lions 58, 55, Sydney Swans 28. Kick-off down to the Parramatta goal line, caught by Volkman. He gives it right to a steaming Luca Moretti. And he's caught 16 metres out from his own goal line. He'll play the ball to Talon de Silva after the tackle of Brandon Smith. Comes open side right this time to Jordan Samrani. He's caught 22 out from his own line. Played to de Silva. Open side left, Kelma Tulang. He's done some really good things tonight on the right edge. And here's a really good run. Backs his way over the 30. He'll play it 33 out from his own line to de Silva. Goes left to Walker, away to Volkman to Tonga. He's cut to the deck, 11 metres short of halfway. Plays the ball quickly to de Silva. Short side left to Volkman. Lovely ball to Russell, but he's put down 4 metres in South territory. Parramatta starting this second half like South did the first. On the last, it's Moses with a kick. Down to Jai Gray, coming through Walker. Gray the catch down low, and he stayed down low as Walker caught him. 12 out from the goal line. Played to Johnston. He sends it open side left this time to Tallis Duncan. Duncan's put to the ground, 19 out from his own goal line. They work it left to Seagwalt. He's wrapped up inside his 30 for South Sydney. Plays the ball for the Rabbitohs. They come back open side right. And hitting the ball up for them and taking the tackle. About 13 metres short of halfway was Hubner. Now to the right they go. Ward got a short pass to Fafita. Tonga is there with Volkman. Stands in the tackle, 6 short of halfway. Played it, and there was no marker there. So doing a little dipsy-doodle was Ronald Volkman. He picked the ball up himself and gets reminded that he can't do it. So it's a penalty going to South Sydney. As bizarre as you'll see, 6 short of halfway, and Ashton Ward quickly finds touch on this western side. 34 out from the Parramatta line.
Yeah, unlucky there for Volkman, because Brandon Smith wasn't there at dummy half. He was late and there was no one there, so he came around, but he was definitely not square, Andrew.
That taken by Duncan. Goes left to Keon Kolomatangi. Caught 29 metres out from the Parramatta line. 12 all the score on Thursday night rugby league. South Sydney having in the centre of the park. Getting the ball up. Humphreys caught 18 metres out from the goal line. Played to Smith. Goes right to Ward, then quick hands from Walker. Straight into Volkman. Walker picks it up again, but he's knocked it on. And Cody Walker, after an incredible opening 15 minutes, has not had much of a game since. So Parramatta off the hook, and the Eels will have a scrum feed. 18 out from their own line. 20 in from touch western side. Almost 6 gone second half. Parramatta 12, South 12, Michael Carianis on the touch line.
just with that, the rain had stopped here, but it was a nice bit of pressure from Ronald Volkman to force that Cody Walker error. But Ashton Ward, he's just getting some attention from the trainer now. Picked up a knock on a cheek or a nose in that last defensive set, but he looks okay.
All right, Michael, thank you. It comes right to Kelma Tuolangi. He's lost the ball on play one after the scrum win. And ironically, these mistakes happening, Matthew, with the rain having stopped. It'll be a South scrum feed, 20 out from the Parramatta line, the error from Kelma Tuolangi.
Well, Tuolangi came up with the error in the first half that led to South Sydney's first try, Andrew. So I don't know if it's karma or what's going on there, but they're going to definitely have their goal line defence tested here if South Sydney can finish a whole set.
So Ashton Ward talking to his teammates. Brandon Smith will pack in at lock. Humphries at hooker, picked up by Smith. He goes left to Jai Gray. Goes on a jigging run past Moses, past another. Now caught only 5 metres out, Jai Gray. Let's play one for South. Brandon Smith, he got a shove too. It's a set restart. Coming here for South. Now it's Hubner in centre field. Scooted past Williams. Only to be caught 2 metres out from the line. Now played to Brandon Smith. Goes right to Ward. Walker, through hands, away to Duncan. Spins away from Adokar. Then away to Edward Corsi. Is over to score because Adokar missed the tackle. Edward Corsi is awarded the try for South Sydney. 7 minutes 20 gone second half. And the Rabbitohs just like that back in front. South Sydney 16, Parramatta 12 with a kick to come from the touchline. Edward Corsi crosses to score.
Yeah, some slick service there, Andrew, from the middle of the field by the Rabbitohs. And, of course, Cody Walker involved. But Tallis Duncan, we talked about his amazing try-saving tackle. What he did there, spinning out of 3 tackles there just to make the ball available for Corsi. Amazing balance and poise from the young centre.
He did very well, Tallis Duncan, spinning through Adokar. Touchline we go. Michael Carriatis.
Yeah, nice finish there from Ed Corsi as well. Had a fair bit of attention, including his eye. Yongi coming in to try and stop that, but he's a nice, strong winger and was able to finish that try. Imagine Ashton Ward again. He's getting a bit of time with the trainer there, just having a look at the issue with his face. I think he's going to play on, but he spent a bit of time with the trainer once again.
Yeah, he's still with him now. And then Jai Gray comes over. So does Lockie Hubner. And Latrell Seagold is just waiting for the all clear. He's got the ball lined up 25 metres out, half a metre in from the touchline. He's definitely got the ball down. Edward Corsi, you would have thought.
It looked like a walk-in. He did that. Was a good bit of balance there.
Yeah, it's been cleared now, Matthew. So Latrell Seagold right on the western touchline. First half he kicked 2 from 2, and I mentioned in South's last game where they beat Brisbane rather easily at Stadium Australia, he booted 8 from 8, couldn't miss from anywhere. It's a real tough challenge. Latrell Seagold, so Parramatta hit back, and 6 minutes later South are in to reclaim the lead 16-12. Here's Seagold. Parramatta players back on the goal line. South players are in position ready for the kick-off. But first things first, Seagold. You can hear that beautiful strike, but he's missed this one across the face. No goal. So he is 2 out of 3. South Sydney 16, Parramatta 12 with 9 minutes gone in this second half. And now Parramatta's through. Sean Russell brings it back to the centre of halfway for the restart. And a crowd of 13,000, something like that here on a Thursday night. It's not a big drawing night in Sydney, the Padre Thursday.
Particularly in these conditions, Andrew. It's a difficult night. It's after work, getting it here is not that easy.
Here's Russell with a kick-off again, and he sends it down to the northern in-goal area. Catch comes midway between the dead ball line and the goal line, and the pass comes right to Kolomatangi. Hair flailing behind him as he scored 10 out from his own goal line. Plays it and they work at centre field right to Hubner. He's scored 15 out from his own line. Now played to Smith. Goes right for Feeder. Using himself as a battering ram, but he's caught 20 out from his own line, and there was Moretti and also Volkman. Now they're back towards centre field, South Sydney, up to their 30-metre line. 4 tackles into the set. Brandon Brandon Smith. Show and go from dummy half. Good run, mate. 15, 16 metres. He'll play it on the last two short of halfway. Does so now. Comes to the right to Ashton Ward. Right foot kick down to Iongi. Kolomatangi leads the chase. He ran away from him. Through for Feeder. And now put to the ground. 18 out from his own line for Parramatta by Corsi and Kolomatangi. Played to Adokar. Sends it right to Russell. He's going to be claimed. 21 out from his own line. Another change here for Parramatta. And with his first hit up of the game, that's the youngster, Tien Kum Brown. Caught 32 out from his own line, centre of the park. Played to De Silva, goes right to Moses, then away to Kelly and off the wing. And Brian Kelly standing in the tackle. 5-4-3 short of halfway. Finished off in the end by Latrell Segwell. Plays the ball, and it's De Silva. Dummies. Gets away from one. He found the markers offside. Very well done by Talon De Silva. That's now 6 set restarts for Parramatta compared to South Sydney's 2. They're 41 out from the line. They spin it left to Isaiah Iongi. He's floored. 35 out from the South line. South Sydney 16, Parramatta 12. Just under half an hour to go. Walker to the right. Moses slips and falls into the Walker tackle. 31 out from the goal line. Cam Murray is poised to return to the field for South Sydney. Down to Brown with a hit up. Tien Kum. He's caught 22 out from the goal line. Jai Gray was involved in the tackle. Played to Silver at a dummy half. One hander off the ground away to Volkman. He skips, gives it right again to Tien Kum Brown. And Brown still going. Caught now 5 out from the South Sydney goal line. Last play, Parramatta down 16-12. To Silva. Goes left to Walker. Out the back. Through hands. Volkman, Iongi. Cut out ball. It's intercepted by Corsi. He's over the 20 to 30. Volkman in pursuit. Corsi over halfway. Here comes Volkman. And also Walker to bring him down. And Adokar flies in over the top. 26 out from the line. Corsi plays it to Gray. They've got to go left. Long ball from Ward. He got it away. Walker to Seabold. Latrell steps in field. Tuolangi's there to bring him down 14 out. This is non-stop. Play to Walker. Goes right. Through hands now as South have it. 15 metres out from the goal line. Getting up to play it is Murray back on the field. It comes right to Ward. Out the back to Gray. Gray, a lovely pass. Tallis Duncan. He takes Russell over the line with him to score. And he spikes it like he scored in an NFL Super Bowl. Try to Tallis Duncan. South scored 2 in quick succession. 12 gone second half. The Rabbitohs 20, Parramatta 12, and it all came from the intercept thrown by Isaiah Iongi of Edward Corsi.
Yeah, well, Corsi looked like he was going to go the distance there, but the scramble from Parramatta on the next 3 plays was great, but South Sydney shift the ball out to this right-hand side. Jai Gray, a short ball to Tallis Duncan running a great line, and again, Andrew, he holds his feet, spins over the try line and slams the ball down.
Yeah, Russell never let him go. Had him from about 6 metres out, but Duncan had too much strength and momentum. Down to you, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, he's a good player, Tallis Duncan. Of course, the man who took that intercept is just getting a quad, it looks like, strapped now with the trainer. Just been spending some attention there with him. So he's at the ground, on the ground at the moment, just getting that left leg looked at.
Did Tallis Duncan get that ball down whilst a foot struck him in the face?
Yes, he did. I'll tell you what, Ronald Volkman, as he went past him, looked like he touched him with the back of his hand, almost like, stop, I touched you. Really strange.
Doesn't work that way?
It doesn't work that way after, certainly. Oh, hang on.
Let's have a listen.
Looking at a potential 8-point try for a foot to the face.
So it's definitely a try to Tallis Duncan. It's just that they could have 2 shots at goal here. I didn't think it was that reckless. I thought it was more momentum.
Look at the actions here of Sean Russell. He makes a deliberate action to kick at the ball. He strikes Tallis Duncan in the face in a try-scoring circumstance. This is a potential 8-point try.
He should be the decision too. That was, and look, we're watching in slow-mo. This happened at lightning quick speed. But it looked like in slow-mo he had the leg up in the air and then made the decision to kick him.
Well, he was kicking for the ball, Andrew, and he missed the ball and hit his face.
So an 8-point try potentially.
Report.
He stays on the field, Sean Russell, but he is on report.
Hold there for a bit longer.
In the 14th minute, down to you, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, I'm okay with on report and a possible 8-point try. I think that's probably punishment enough, but it's quite funny when the crowd heard that they're looking at it. Obviously, that generally means it might be a no try, and they got excited until they heard possible 8-point try, and that made them very, very quiet after that.
I'm with you. I've got no issues with how it's been handled, but it was clear that what he did was not quite as accidental as I first thought. So here's Latrell Seagold. His first shot will be from where the try was scored, 23 metres out, sent in from the western touchline, and then he'll get a shot from in front regardless of what happens here. South 20, Parramatta 12. Here's Seagold with the right boot. Strikes it, shot. Missed it miles to the right. No goal. So it can only be a 6-point try. He'll get another shot from right in front.
Question. So Russell, instead of hitting his face, hits the ball and knocks the ball out. What's the call there? If he's kicking at the ball. Because he went over him, just for the listeners.
Well, I don't think you're allowed
he was
to do that
falling
either.
towards his feet. No, you can't do that either.
No, so in that case, I think it would have been a penalty try.
Okay.
As it turns out, it would have been the same result because Seagold missed his first kick. So he's now right in front, 10 metres out, South 20, Parramatta 12, still 26 and a half minutes to go here at Western Sydney Stadium. Seagold with the right boot. This time he makes no mistake, and after back-to-back misses, he's now kicked 3 from 5. South by 10. South 22, Parramatta 12. Have you got another hypothetical question?
No, this New South Wales selection of Colin and Tungy, he's only carried the ball for like 170 metres and made 28 tackles. I don't know why you want him in the team.
So it'll be so interesting too, and I asked him about this on NRL Monday about Australia or Tonga for the World Cup, and he doesn't really know, didn't want to offer one way or the other. He played 3 tests for Australia at the end of last year in Great Britain.
Yeah.
And he's played, I think, 10 tests for Tonga. Here's the kick-off now, and South Sydney get the footy back at the northern end, and here's that man, Keon Kolomatangi, with the return, and he scored 15 metres out from his own line. Third quarter action now in the AFL. Brisbane 61, Sydney Swans 35, a goal each to start the second half. South Sydney 22-12 up over Parramatta. There's another interchange now for them as they spread it to the left edge, and Seagold's going to be put to the ground. Now 25 metres out from their own goal line. It's played. Come open side right, South up to their 30. 20 metres in from the eastern touchline. Now they work it through hands. Humphreys to Ward, then to Walker. Short ball to Duncan. Tallis Duncan's taken by Russell. On the field, by the way, for South Sydney in the 19 jersey is Dane Jennings. Great to see him for the first time in the headgear. And he's come on for Edward Corsi. We'll go down to MC in a sec. Kick downfield. Caught by Isaiah Iongi. He returns it and wrapped up heavily. 13 out from his own line. 15 gone second half. And you mentioned after the intercept, Corsi was in trouble, Michael Carianis.
And he's come from the field with that leg injury, and Dane Jennings has come on to play right wing as the Eels spill the ball once again.
Yes, Samrani puts it down on that eastern side, and now the mistakes could prove really costly. It'll be a South Sydney scrum feed, 21 out from the Parramatta line, 24 minutes 44 seconds to go, 12 to Parramatta, but 22 now for South. And it just seems like half a minute ago, Matthew, that Parramatta scored early in the second half to draw level.
Yeah, it did, Andrew, but what we saw in the first half was a lot of petrol taken out of the tank, so whoever was going to give away possession in this second half, they were going to have the life sucked out of them. I can see South getting over the try line here.
4 tries to 2 to the Rabbitohs as Jennings from the scrum winning off the wing. He's caught 15 metres out for the Parramatta line by Volkman. Plays the ball now to Smith. He sends it open side left, and the tackle made 8 metres out from the goal line. Now played by Humphreys. Here comes Smith. Turns it back inside David for Feeder. He's held up only 1 metre away from the line. Desperate defence needed by Parramatta. Smith goes left to Kolomatangi. Right between the southern posts. He stands in the tackle a metre away. Plays it to Brandon Smith. It goes away left. Through hands. Walker away to Seagold. Takes on Semrani and Moses. He's going to be bundled over the touchline. No, he threw the ball back in field. Chelma Tuolangi has it for Parramatta, and is he knocked over the touchline? It's a penalty to the Eels. With all that action, Cam Murray asking for an explanation. but the penalty goes Tuolangi and Parramatta's way. The penalty count 4-2 to the Rabbitohs. And boy, how that is a vital one for the Eels. About 15 out from their own line. 23 minutes and 20 seconds to go. South 22, Parramatta 12. As Tuolangi got a shove from Cody Walker, and then while he was on the ground, he got rolled over the touchline.
Yeah, that's the right call by the referee. As soon as he pushes him down and he's both balls grounded on the ground, you can't roll him over and push him into touch. Play on, Andrew.
Comes left to Tuolangi. It sounded painful. He's caught 33 out from his own line. Sam Tuivedi back on the field for Parramatta. Ball played to Silva. Goes left Volkman. He turns it on the inside and Tuivedi tackled. About 11 metres short of halfway. Parramatta with it down 22-12. Walker offers a short ball to the right side. The tackle's going to be made here on Tiancun Brown. Played to De Silva. Goes to Volkman. Kicks over the top. And O'Carr flying after the bouncing ball. Does he or Gray get there first? The ball's loose. Knocked on, I believe, by Parramatta.
Backwards south, then knock on Para.
Gee, that was a great kick by Volkman, but Russell in the end touched it first, knocked it on. Jai Gray on the ground. He's got blood coming out of his snout, I believe, or mouth. And it's going to be a South Sydney scrum being sent out for their own line. There was a nasty head clash between Russell and Jai. Oh, yuck! Yeah, they banged into each other, particularly Russell into Gray.
Yeah, he had his head down trying to pick the ball up, so completely unintentional, Andrew. He was trying to not dive on the ball, but regather it. A great chase there by Parramatta, but Jai Gray, that was nasty.
He's still with the trainer. It will be a South scrum feed. 22 minutes to go. Rabbitohs 22. Gibbsy will be in 7-7 with all these 22. Leading Parramatta 12. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, it was almost like a missile. The head of Sean Russell, completely accidental there, but he collected Jai Gray heavily just on. He's going to come from the field. No surprise there. So that's going to force a major reshuffle. Repeating, obviously, Ed Posse gone probably for the game with that leg injury. So it's going to be interesting to see how this reshuffle works for South Sydney. Alex Johnson potentially going to go to fullback with Ewan Aiken shifting from the back row into the outside backs, but there's going to be a major reshuffle. Just on Dane Jennings, he's only 18 years of age, played SG Ball earlier this year, so SG Ball to Jersey Flegg now into the big time.
Yeah, wow, what a rise. Tavita Totola, by the way, MC, was the player wanting to come on anyway, and he does come on with Jai Gray going to get an HIA. So, 21 minutes 48 to go. There's still plenty of time for Parramatta. The one thing I think we know from this group is they're not turning their toes up. That's for sure. So, Ashton Ward with the scrum feed. 10 out from the Bunnies line. They win it. Brandon Smith goes left to Siegwalt, and he's going to be tackled 11 out from his own line. Now you see players trying to communicate and point, and Tallis Duncan at right centre. You've still got Jennings on the right wing. Here's a drop ball from South Sydney. Picked up now by the Eels, Brian Kelly, and he's caught 22 out from the South Sydney goal line eastern side. Plays it to Tuolangi. Goes left, Moses away to Brown. And he stands in the tackle, Tiancun Brown. 19 out from the Rabbitohs goal line. Plays it to De Silva. Goes left to Volkman at the line. He offloads to Moses. Out the back to Iongi. Iongi to O'Carr. No way he dropped it. I'll tell you though, he wasn't going to score. There was brilliant cover coming across from Tallis Duncan. And Josh O'Carr has dropped it over the sideline. Dane Jennings getting congratulations from his teammates, as well as the pass went from Moses to Iongi. Iongi went out left, and that was Jennings who did put the pressure on. Duncan was inside him. Great effort defence from Jennings, and South Sydney survived to lead 22-12.
How would you feel as an 18-year-old, Andrew, with Josh O'Carr coming at your outside shoulder? That was great work from the young man.
Enjoy your celebration, Mr. O'Carr. Probably be my attitude. South Sydney wins the scrum, 14 out from their own line. South 22, Parramatta 12. In the AFL third quarter, Brisbane Lions 69, Sydney Swans 41. So now South outside their 20. Parramatta, gee, they've had some opportunities, haven't they? Ewan Aiken plays it. It goes left to right. Ward plays it out the back to Walker. Pass meant for Duncan on Jennings. I'm not sure, but the ball's been touched in flight by Parramatta and knocked on. Jennings dives on it, the 18-year-old, and South will get a scrum feed. Messy play, however, 30 out from their own line. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes left, second half. South 22, Parramatta 12. Who holds their nerve best in this last quarter of the game?
Yeah, well, Cody Walker, a player of his experience, I get making that play, but when you're coming out of your own territory and you look at the scoreboard here, Andrew, that wasn't a good decision. He needed to hang on to that ball, take the tackle, and just make some good yardage on that particular play instead of trying to come up with the magic play.
So Ashton Ward feeds the scrum, picked up at the base by Smith. He goes left to Siegwalt, and Latrell is surrounded and driven back. 29 out from his own line, 17 in from touch on the eastern side. Plays the ball to Brandon Smith, goes right to Vita Totola in centre field. He's streamed to the deck on his own 30-metre line. Plays the ball to Smith, comes to the right, through hands, go the Rabbitohs. Short pass away, sees the tackle mate, 13 metres short of halfway. On for Feeder, plays the ball to Smith. Goes back to the left, Humphries away to Walker, then on to Siegwald. He got the pass away to support, ball off the toe on that eastern touchline of Johnston. He dives on it, 32 out from the Parramatta line, a metre in from touch eastern side, played to Siegwald. Long pass comes right for South Sydney to Colomatungi, centre field. He shrugs away from Walker, put the fend on, and got a flick pass back on the inside for Feeder. He shrugs away from one as well into De Silva. Backs his way over the 30. Still going, David, for Feeder. Cow Tonga was in there as well, and he's still standing. 24 out from the goal line. Played on the last to Smith. It touches Parramatta. 6 more tackles. Coming for South Sydney. Making half a gap is Ashton Ward past one. He's claimed 12 metres out from the goal line. So South Sydney get their third set restart as well. 11 away, Smith. He goes left to Walker to Siegwald. Oh, they had 3 on 1, but he couldn't offload. It would have been a try, but he'll play it 5 metres out. Does so to Brandon Smith. Burrows gets to within a metre of the line. He'll play it.
Tackle 3. No, Brandon. Tackle 3.
No, Brandon. You go back those 3 blades of grass, you hear? He does not, but he plays it anyway to Walker. Spins it away right. Humphries away to Ashton Ward. Out the back, he links up with support, and that's Siegwald from left centre to right. Caught 10 out from the goal line. He'll play it. South up 22-12, and they're on the attack. Duncan goes left. Colomatungi away from one. Now he's pile driven into the deck. 15 out from the goal line. Played on the last tackle. Brandon Smith goes left to Ward. Then away to a running. Walker straight through a gap past Turlungi. He scores. That's Cody Walker of the opening 15 minutes. 17.25 minutes to go. South Sydney score its third straight try. Rabbitohs 26, Parramatta 12, with a bit of Cody Walker magic again, Matthew Elliott.
Yeah, Andrew, and again, with the movement around him, they shift the ball to the right, to the left-hand side there. Yeah, I've got to say that Ashton Ward throws a beautiful pass to Cody Walker, just giving him the time to show the ball there, and he goes over untouched. Just so you know, Siegwald's gone to fullback. That's why he's going from one side of the field to the other.
Down to the touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, Matty's right. Latrell gone to fullback with Cam Murray playing that left centre spot as part of that South Sydney reshuffle.
Isn't it amazing? How many Latrells are there in the game? Not many. And here you got 2 at South who can play centre or fullback.
Yeah, you're right.
And kick goals.
I was just going to say, like we talk about Latrell Mitchell, there's been some of those shifts to the left-hand side where there's been that one pass required. You know who makes that pass every single time.
So it's Siegwalt, the other Latrell, to attempt the conversion, 23 metres out, 10 in from touch on the eastern side. South 26, Parramatta 12, 16 minutes left.
Both can play fullback, both can play centre, and both kick goals.
That's what you said.
Oh, I didn't hear the kick goal bit.
No, well, mate, stop listening to your Finnish comedian while we're calling it. Put you to sleep.
You're funnier than him then.
Siegwalt, so is this bottle of water. 10 metres in from touch on the eastern side. 14-point lead for the Rabbitohs. It's going to make it very hard for Parramatta from here, isn't it? 3 unanswered tries for South Sydney in the 15-minute period. Siegwalt moves in with the right boot, strikes it across the face, no goal. All of a sudden he's lost his golden touch, Latrell Siegwalt. So he's now kicked free from 6, but it's South 26, Parramatta 12. Around the grounds in the AFL, Brisbane Lions now well in control of the Swans, 81-41 at the Gabba in the third term. So now Parramatta brings it back to the centre of halfway. What do you need to see from the Eels here in this last quarter hour or so?
Well, Andrew, they need some field position, that's for sure. And they've just surrendered some, like we saw in the beginning of the first half, they surrendered some really easy possession.
Here's the kick-off from Russell. It goes short. It's tapped back for South Sydney. Ricochets off bodies. Dived on by South Sydney, but it's deemed to knock on off Cody Walker. So Parramatta will get the scrum feed. This gives them some field position and some possession. They'll have the footy 19 out from the south line and they'll take the scrum in front of the post.
This is where someone like Mitch Moses needs to show a bit of poise. They don't need to just score in this set. What they need to do is have a set that really challenges the South Sydney team, and a repeat set will be handy at the end of this one.
Has he done much tonight?
Not a lot.
It's a bit like before he was injured. Again, not playing badly, but just not playing any sort of starring role for Parramatta. Let's see what happens now. They win the scrum. De Silva fires it left, and Russell gives it away to Iongi. He ran around his own play, but South Sydney is caught inside the 10, and he's pointing at the new dude, Dame Jennings. So penalty to Parramatta. They can take the tap or a shot, or they can repack the scrum. They're going to repack the scrum, so it'll come back 20 metres out, basically.
Is the ref from Nowra?
He's not, but you suggested he could be.
Oh, just his accent, that's all.
What a beautiful part of the world. We did run into some wonderful young men from now. As De Silva sends it left now. Tiancum Brown. He's caught 10 metres out in front of the post. Ball played to De Silva. Goes left to Moses, away to Volkman. Turns it into Kautonga. And he smashes into the defence, but taken by Fafita and Kolomatangi. 5 out from the goal line. Plays the ball to Silva. Goes right. And now it's to Avidi. He's going to be taken only 1 metre out from the line. Trying to offload and cannot. Parramatta with a couple of tackles left. De Silva moves to the right. Fires it to Moses. Then through hands. Russell to Iongi. Ball touched in flight by South. And ball recovered by South Sydney for the intercept. 15 out from the line. Alex Johnston came in off the wing with that magic. And the Rabbitohs survived. They have a 20 out from their own line, leading 26-12 with 13 and a half to go. As now the ball played to the acting fullback Siegwald. He goes left to Murray, and he's collected 25 out from the south line.
Note to Ronald, you cannot pass over Alex Johnston's head.
Now South spread it left to right. Duncan to the 30, beat one. Now claimed eventually by Volkman. Good quick play the ball as well. Picked up by Siegwald from dummy half. Runs into Russell and 2 others. Kautonga was there, just short of halfway, and so too Tiancum Brown. Now short side right to Ashton Ward on the last. End over end kick down to Iongi with the catch. Now 15 out from his own line. Set a long pass left to right to Kelly, but he's nailed. 18 out from his own line. South Sydney 26, Parramatta 12. Eel down in back play. We check in on the touchline with Michael Carianis.
Yeah, that's Ronald Volkman down. He hasn't got up after making a tackle a couple of plays ago. He's just been assessed by the trainer now.
Addo Carr running across field straight and scored 27 out. He hasn't done much tonight, Addo Carr. Play to De Silva. He sent it centre field right. Parramatta to within 8 metres of halfway. That was a good strong run from Brown. Now they go right. Moses to Tuolangi. Throws it off the ground. In desperation, Semrani picks it up on halfway. Goes back to the left as Parramatta's Moses sent it on to Jack Williams. Williams has scored 39 out from the south line. Last tackle Parramatta with this 14-point deficit. Kick from Volkman looking for Addo Carr or Russell. Down to the wing of the 18-year-old Jennings with the catch. Russell with the tackle, and he's put to the ground 4 out from his own line. Tuiviti came in there along with Kautonga, and Dane Jennings will play the ball, and it comes short side right to Duncan. I know ideally you're not playing Tallis Duncan in the centres, but gee, he's done a good fist, made a good fist of it, hasn't he?
Oh, Andrew, he's had an outstanding game in both attack and defence, and he's showing up making those tough carries.
So now Jennings on his 20 for South, plays it. It goes left to Kolomatangi. He's caught 32 out from his own line, about a 12-metre gain. South Sydney working right for Feeder, got straight through the first, and he's going to be held up here by Kautonga and Volkman. Volkman, 3 short of halfway. Last tackle South, played to Ward, goes left. Humphries the kick off that left boot. Spiralling number down to Isaiah Iongi with a catch. 16 out from his own line. Brings it over the 20 into Ward and put to the ground with help from Tallis Duncan. 30 out from the Parramatta line. Plays the ball to Volkman, who seems okay, to Addo Carr. Long pass goes right. Moses away to Kelly. Kelly scooted past one. Then he got the pass back as well to Moses. Then the ball's touched in flight by Johnston again. Knocked back, says the referee. I thought he must have knocked that forward, but a knock back, and South ended up with it again. 31 out from the Parramatta line. Why do they try to keep passing over or through Alex Johnston?
Well, they're not listening to me, Andrew, obviously.
Set restart as well now for the Rabbitohs. As it comes centre field, Colomatungi, another tremendous run. On the deck, 18 out from the Parramatta line. 10 minutes, 30 to play. NRL Thursday on ABC Sport. Hope you're enjoying the action. Ward goes right to Seawell, ran straight behind his own bloke Fafita, so he submits in the tackle. 18 out from the line and 15 in from the western touchline. Plays the ball to Fafita. Goes left to Ward. Back on the inside to Totola. He's caught by Brown and 2 others, 11 out from the Parramatta line, almost in line with the right upright. Plays the ball now to Humphries. Goes left through hands. A juggle from Walker. They got the pass away to Ewan Aitken. He's tackled, 11 out from the line, 10 in from touch. Southeast corner of Western Sydney Stadium on the last. Ball played and they spin it right. Cody Walker crossfield kick from 12 metres out. Coming through for Feeder. Oh, he got there first and dropped it. And then scooting through was Seawell, picking up to claim the try, but Fafita knocked it on. I honestly think he was surprised that he had the catch. He's got a wry grin on his face. Change over Parramatta, 10 out from their own line. South 26, Parramatta 12, 9 minutes 30 to go. It was him and Sean Russell. Fafita stayed down low and got there first.
Well, Fafita's such an athlete and got so gifted skill-wise, he actually should have caught that, Eddie, because he would have just fallen over the try line.
Here's Samrani now for Parramatta on his 20. Plays it 2 to Silver, goes left to Walker, delayed pass. Volkman throws it over the top for Addo Carr. He cuts in field, but he's claimed by Jennings and Duncan. 7 short of halfway, 4 in from the western touchline. Plays the ball to Russell. He fires it away right to Volkman. Then away centre field to Walker. Then the pass to Moses. Got it away to Iongi. Samrani juggled it, and he loses the ball in the tackle. Scooped up by Alex Johnston. South Sydney keeps it alive through Ewan Aitken past one, and he's caught 30 metres out from the Parramatta line, 10 in from the eastern touchline. 8 minutes 40 to play. Johnston dummy half. He has not scored. He sends a pass open side right. Tackle made, 23 out from the goal line on Humphries. Played to Walker. Goes open side right now to Lockie Hubner. And he, with his head down low, is caught 18 out in front of the southern post by Tuiviti. Played to Humphries. Goes left. Walker tip on by Aiken, meant for Johnston, but it goes backwards on the ground. AJ dives on it, but he's claimed instantly. 19 out, a metre in from touch. Now they come back to the right. Walker. A long ball in centre field. And a little dink pass back on the inside. It goes for South Sydney. Get to within 7 of the goal line. There's a bit of intensity just leaving the game. I'm not sure. Played by Hubner. Comes right to Ward. Then a cutout ball off the boot of Tallis Duncan. Flying through his Jennings. No, off his hands. Not gone. And that was a pretty inept set, to be honest, by South. They lead, though, 26-12 with 7 minutes 40 to play. Let's go down to the touchline. Michael Carianis.
Yeah, it's Cameron Murray, the man on the ground at the moment, Andrew. It was a heavy shot to the rib cage there by Brian Kelly, racing off the wing. Nothing untoward there, but probably just took the air out of Cam Murray's lungs. He's back to his feet now, but yeah, he was a heavy shot from Brian Kelly in a crowd of 14,365.
14,365. And Michael,
yes.
What about this stat? Do you know how many challenges we've had in this game?
Yes.
Answer?
None.
How good?
Yes.
Andrew, don't speak too early.
Well, so far, we've had 73 of the 80 minutes. So we did a game last Sunday where there must have been 706 of them. Walker goes left. Through hands, now Iongi. He's put to the ground, 26 out from his own line. Terrific. Low tackle from Ward. Now short side left, Volkman to Russell. He's knocked to the ground heavily by Ward and Fafita, 14 short of halfway. Played to Volkman. Goes righty on the away to Kautonga. He straightens, but can get the little pass back to De Silva. Dummy left, goes right with a cutout ball to Luca Moretti, and he runs straight and hard into Ewan Aiken. Caught 1-on-1, 3 metres in South territory. Played to De Silva. Goes right to Moses. Floats a pass over the top. It's put on the toe here by Parramatta near the eastern touchline, and it ends up over the touchline.
Are they going shoulder to shoulder to the ball?
It was Brian Kelly with a little dab kick, and it's a penalty awarded to Parramatta after consultation with the touch judge. So penalty goes to the Eels, 21 metres out, 2 in from the eastern touchline. It was Kelly and Johnston, and his team at Johnston basically rammed him over the touchline, which he kind of did.
Souths are challenging.
That's my fault. I apologise to you, Matthew. I apologise to you, Michael.
So you should. Brian Kelly kicks the ball, chases his own kick.
I don't apologise to you,
Alex Johnson stops running shoulder to shoulder and only plays the man running him off the ball in an escort line. Challenge is unsuccessful.
And because it's such a frivolous challenge late in the game, he should be arrested. That's my new rule.
Is it?
Yep.
By handcuffs? Or just
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Okay.
Down from the restart. Parramatta has the ball, and the tackle made 15 out from the line on Tuivedi. Plays it to the left. Volkman gets it away to Luca Moretti. Moretti caught 11 out from the South Sydney line. If Parramatta score here, could there be time? De Silva goes centre field right to Volkman to Moses, but it's a hospital pass. And he's caught instantly by the defensive Walker. 15 out from the line. De Silva back left to Volkman. Dummies inside, gave it eventually there to Kautonga. Strolled through to Tola. Ball back to De Silva. Goes right to Dylan Walker. But the cover comes across. Headed up by Ewan Aiken. Tackle made 4 out from the line. De Silva goes short side right to Moses. Throws another intercept to Alex Johnston. Hello? Why doesn't anybody learn? And now South Sydney over to Ferdy Murray. He shrugs away from the couple. Here comes Volkman with the tackle. 24 out. Murray just ran out of toes, but he looked impressive running up and down on that spot. Play to Johnston, goes to the right to Walker, to Ward, to Fafita, needs one more maybe, to Tallis Duncan, sprints to the goal line, he's over to score the try. From the, up deep, intercept thrown today by Parramatta, Johnston took another one, and now it's finished off down in the southwest corner by Tallis Duncan. 4 minutes 48 to go. South Sydney 30, Parramatta 12. Game, set, bingo, the Bunnies are going to win, Matthew.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. And as you said, it doesn't work trying to pass over Alex Johnson's head. He goes up, catches the ball, gets tackled as he's on the way down, passes the ball to Cam Murray. I've got to say, I didn't realise he was that quick. He went a good 60 metres there. Then they shift the ball to the right-hand side. I've got to say, David Fafita under a lot of pressure. What about that little slick pass he puts onto Tallis Duncan to finish it off?
Yeah, they just had to keep going to the right, and he was under pressure for Fafita from Kitione Kautonga. South 30, Parramatta 12. They've scored now 6 tries to 2, and Michael Carianis is quite emphatic now.
I tell you who's under pressure. Tallis Duncan from the South Sydney bench. His teammates are ripping him for not giving Dane Jennings a try on debut. He would have scored hard-marked Dane Jennings. The Tallis Duncan, nice finish there. And you mentioned Cam Murray, Matty. The question everyone wants to know is, what does he rank on the back row of live ladder?
Great question. Where have you got him currently?
I think he's the best centre in the game.
Wow.
Well, he's playing centre.
Jaden, are you sorry you asked, Michael?
No, gave me quite a bit of enjoyment. Heard Dennis laughing in the background too.
That takes a lot from your comments. Here's Latrell Seagull. 25 out, 3 in from the western touchline. South 30, Parramatta 12, 3.5 to play. NRL Thursday on ABC Sport with Matthew Elliott, Michael Carianis. I'm Andrew Moore. Jaden Sullivan's come on. I think Cody Walker's giving himself the last few minutes off. Here's Seagull from out wide. Strikes it, hooking, likes it, kicks the goal. That was brilliant from Seagull, and he hasn't been with the boot necessarily this evening. But he has now kicked 4 goals from 7 attempts. South Sydney 32, Parramatta 12 in the AFL third quarter. Brisbane Lions 93, lead the Swans 50. We're with you until 10 o'clock. After the game, we'll go back to your text as well on 0467 920 222. Hear all the on-field reaction by MC. Matt Elliott with his ABC Player of the Year points. Here's the kick-off from Russell. It's short towards the eastern side. Challenge for Alex Johnston. Well, he's been intercepting everything, including that. And he sets sail over the 40. He got a one-hander away to Jayden Sullivan, his first touch. And he's dragged down 32 out from the Parramatta goal line. Plays the ball and they come to the right. Seagull. Right footstep from Seagull. Then he gets away from another. Straightens past Moses. Seagull stands in the tackle. 18 out from the Parramatta line. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Play to Murray. Goes to the right through hands to Ward away. To Duncan. He's caught 12 metres out. Plays it again. They go right side to Ward. And Ward is collared around the head. Penalty to South. There's a high tackle. Lazy effort rather than dangerous from Dylan Walker. And a penalty goes to the Rabbitohs, their 5th of the evening. And this one is about 12 metres in from touch on the western side. With 2.5 minutes to go and South's up 30-12. Fafita will take the tap. Dallas Duncan's exhausted, by the way. Fafita, tap and run. And he's getting very close. He's half a metre away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Eels defenders were there. And he'll play it half a metre out from the goal line. Held up, in fact, on the goal line. So we'll go back 10 metres out and play. Dallas Duncan still can't get to his feet. He's Nakajima down there.
He's got good reason to be slightly fatigued down there. He's had a game and a half.
So he plays the ball now to Jennings. Spiralling ball goes left to Ward. Turns it on the inside to Tola. And he's caught 9 out from the Parramatta line. South's up 30-12 over the Eels. Plays the ball now. Humphries goes left. Ward to Sullivan. Short ball to Aiken. And he's tackled 2 metres out from the Parramatta goal line. Plays the ball, Ewan Aiken to Sullivan. Comes right. Humphries got the pass away to Murray, centre field. Tackle 5 metres out. He's no longer in the centres. We might have to ask you about the live second row or back row ladder in a sec. 2 metres out. Last tackle South. Ball played. Humphries. Long ball left to Sullivan. Out the back to Jai Gray. Dummies goes himself. Tackled 9 out from the Parramatta line. 1:20 to go. South 30, Parramatta 12. Change over to the Eels.
So Gray back on. Gone to fullback. Latrell to left centre. And Murray back into the back row. Best back rower of the game.
Oh, did you hear that, Michael Carianis?
I did, but I just take it with a grain of salt now. It's disappointing.
Look, good change between now and full time. Here's Luca Moretti. He's tackled 22 out from his own goal line. Inside the last minute we go. Here's half a break made for Parramatta's Volkman. Caught 10 short of halfway by Jennings. Plays the ball to Silva. Drifts across field. Sends Walker through a huge gap. Gray to beat. Over the 30. Gray gets there and brings him down 27 away. Plays the ball to De Silva. Parramatta looking for some consolation. Turns it back into Iongi. Kicked it into the body of Gray. Bounced off him. And then knocked on by Parramatta 10 metres out from the line. So it's going to be a South Sydney ball. But there won't be time, I don't think, with 25 seconds to go. South 30, Parramatta 12.
Disappointing half by Parramatta. You can see there's a lot to like about their team, but they just surrendered too much possession. And they went for the extravagant play. They didn't do that in the first half. They were prepared to back their systems, and they didn't do it in the second half, and it's cost them a lot.
4 seconds to go. No one wanted to pack the scrum, so it will not happen. And that's it. South Sydney wins again. They move to 22 competition points. South Sydney has beaten Parramatta by 30 points to 12, 32 to 12, I think it should be. Seagull did kick that last goal. I'll just check it out. 32 to 12. The scoreboard's wrong again. South 32, Parramatta 12. Here at Western Sydney Stadium before a crowd of 14,365. 6 tries for the Rabbitohs. Tries to Cody Walker in the 5th minute. Ewan Aiken in the 14th. Edward Corsi in the 48th. Dallas Duncan in the 52nd. Cody Walker in the 63rd. His second try. And really... an unsuccessful challenge for Parramatta. Tries to Brian Kelly in the 18th minute. Talon De Silva in the 42nd. Mitch Moses, 2 goals from 2 attempts. Sean Russell was put on report for dangerous contact on Tallis Duncan in the in-goal area in the 54th minute. It led to a potential 8-point try. 6 restarts for Parramatta, no challenges. Penalties 5-4 to the Rabbitohs, who led 12-6 at half-time and win the game by 32 points to 12. And in the end, I think that's probably a fair indication of how the game went, Padre.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew. There was a period there probably in the second quarter of the game where Parramatta got on top and they came out of the halftime sheds on fire, but they just lost their way very quickly.
So we'll get downstairs very shortly. First I'm going to have to find MC and Ralph. Oh, I got you. Good waving, Michael. And your watermelon crush. All right, let's go down. You're right in the South Sydney camp.
Yes, just with South Sydney fullback, Jai Gray. Jai, what did you make of that performance?
No, it was gritty, you know. Obviously didn't make it easy for us at the back end of that first half, but you know, the boys stuck in, and it was a game that we really wanted today. We wanted to fight for it and show that we can contend, and yeah, we want to be there at the end of the year. So no, I'm sure we've got plenty of things to work on, but we're happy with the grit that we showed there.
Well, the grit comes with, I guess, again, it happens for most games when you guys are in, where you got to rejig positions. It happened again today, young debutant on the wing as well. What about the reshuffle and just dealing with that?
Yeah, I think you know, it comes down the last couple of years. You know, we've like you said, we've done that a couple of times, and you know, it's about people just adapting on the run, and we train in different positions, and we know that you know, you can be put on anywhere. And you know, Wayne trusts us, and his belief runs deep in us, and that's the reason that we can hold off and show grit there.
Heavy collision there in the corner in that second half. Are you all right? Are you feeling all right? Got a nice fat lip there?
Yeah, no, I'm sweet. Got my yeah, just right on the tooth there. Went through my mouth guard, but no, I'm sweet. Plus HIS, I'm good.
Well played, mate. Well done. Enjoy the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Jai Gray down there with Michael Carianis on the text line. By the way, I've got one here. It's 32-12. Why were you saying 30, Andrew? That's what the scoreboard said, and I made the mistake of following them in. But yep, 32-12. South Sydney defeats Parramatta. 0467920222. But yeah, 6 tries to 2. Pretty emphatic in the end for the Rabbitohs. And they had many good players right across the paddock, and it wasn't without inconvenience as well, with a couple of injuries on either side of half-time. They really had to mix and match a little bit. And now Cam Murray, the South Sydney captain, is down there with you, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, Cam, important to get that job done. A few injuries, but you guys still found a way.
Yeah, really happy with the way the boys were able to turn up tonight. Didn't go our way for the full 80 minutes, but we found some resilience with our defensive line when we had our backs against the wall, and so some really pleasing things.
How important is it to stay patient, particularly in that first half where you had a lot of ball, but they sort of repelled you a little bit, but you guys didn't go away from what you needed to do?
Yeah, it's really important. You know, momentum changes fast in these types of games, so you have to hold on to it as much as possible and not get frustrated with the footy when the opposition is defending well. And credit to Parramatta, they defended pretty good in moments there, and I thought we were able to sort of show our patience there and not get too happy to overplay or push passes. And so yeah, like I said, a lot of positives from tonight.
Found yourselves in the centre, the left centre there at times. You guys just can't get through a game sort of unscathed at the moment, can you?
Yeah, it's just the way it's going at the moment, but in saying that, I'm just so proud of the boys. No matter where anyone gets put, they just do a job for us, and it's a good mentality to have. It's what you need in today's game, and so yeah, we've got a bunch of footy players here that just love turning up and love playing footy, and are always grateful for the opportunity they get here in first grade. And so yeah, they do whatever the coach needs them to do, and they do what our teammates need them to do. And so credit to everyone. They turned up tonight no matter where they found themselves, and did their best, and yeah, really happy with the 2 points.
And just finally, Keelan Kolomatangi made another huge effort for him, 76-minute stint, unbroken. What does he mean to this side?
Yeah, he's just Mr. Consistent at the moment. He's so good. His footy fitness is next level, and never seems to be tired out there. He always puts his hand up for the tough carries in the tough moments, and so he's one of those guys that I just mentioned before, just reliable, just wants to turn up and do his best for his teammates. And so he's a great teammate.
And enjoy the win. Good luck with blue selection across the weekend.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, Cam Murray from South Sydney down there speaking with Michael Carianis after South 32-12 in over Parramatta. You look like you were going to say something.
Oh, just how clear and articulate a guy could be after 80 minutes of footy and the contribution that he made. Just, what an outstanding human.
So MC still in pursuit. Have more reaction. We'll get one more perhaps from Michael and then he'll head upstairs. Speaking of well-spoken, Jack Williams is that for the Parramatta Eels. He's just going to kick a ball into the crowd, I think, or he's gone over to look after the fans first. That's the type of bloke Jack Williams is, to be honest. We've just been smacked 32-12 and his main focus is on fans and the crowd. Jack, he's a super person. The front row for Parramatta now is with you, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, Jack, I guess you guys would have taken lots of confidence getting back to 12-all with a bit of momentum that fell away there in that second half.
Scrappy from us. Hurt ourselves. Completion rate was probably bad, and too much drop ball in our own end. You can't give them so much ball. Cody put on a clinic against us, and it's just disappointing to do that to our captain. We should have got that. We should have put in a better performance than that.
How tough was that in that first half? Because you guys, as you said, you struggled to come out of your own end. You're basically camped there for that entire opening 20 minutes, but you repelled them in that first half. But too much defensive workload, I guess, in that second half.
Yeah, it was a bit of a grind at the start. I thought we played quite well in the first half. We had a fair bit of possession down their end. We just couldn't capitalise. Jai Gray made a few good try-saving tackles, and they probably feed off that, when you save tries. So, that second half was definitely disappointing for us.
What do you guys need to do to try and turn this around now?
They were just going to go in, do the hard work, keep going. We probably got a little bit carried away from that Raiders win, which was very scrappy, and a win's a win, and you need to win those scrappy games, but probably got too ahead of ourselves with Mitch coming back, and probably thought it was going to come a lot easier. So, it's another lesson. We keep saying it all the time, but we need to be better.
Thanks for joining ABC, mate.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Jack Williams with Michael Carianis. Come out of the rain, MC. We'll see you up here for the post-game show. South now into the top four, at least temporarily. They moved to 22 competition points. They're level with the third-place Dolphins, 1 win behind the Warriors and 6 points behind Penrith. So South's 22 points, 8 wins, 6 losses, and Parramatta down in 14th position on 14 points, 5 wins and 10 losses. All right, Matthew Elliott, what about your ABC Player of the Year points?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go from 1 to 3 this time, Andrew. Jai Gray gets my 1 point, 135 metres, but 3 try-saving tackles. Again, he stuns me all the time, and the space that he creates in attack for his outside players. Tallis Duncan gets my 2 points, 164 metres, 2 tries, 1 try-saving tackle, which was an absolute stunner. 16 tackles for a centre, that's pretty good, but Keon Kolomatangi gets my 3 points. My goodness. But again, the numbers sound great. 213 metres, 33 tackles. He does more than those stats. It's how he shows up. It's when he takes those carries. He doesn't do the easy ones. He does them through the middle of the park, right in the early tackles. So he gets my 1. My other one is just I want to mention to our listeners, remember Dane Jennings, because I think what we saw from that young man tonight, for me, was a real indicator that he's going to be better than a first-grade player. He's going to be a high-quality player.
3 points, Keon Kolomatangi. 2 points, Tallis Duncan. 1 point, Jai Gray. South into the top 4 for the time being, 32-12. They've now won 10 of their last 11 games against the Parramatta Eels, 6 tries to 2. They led 12-6 at half-time, and the crowd 14,365. We're with you until 10 o'clock in the AFL fourth quarter. Brisbane Lions thrashing the Swans, 93-59. 93-59. On the text line, 0467 920 222. Trace from Gippy, does Big Dave Fafita deserve a maroon jersey? He wouldn't look out of place on one the way he's playing. I doubt he will get one. But, he's playing really good for South.
What I really like about what he's doing, and he's not trying to do the clever stuff. He's just doing those tough carries. And the thing about him when he does a tough carry, he brings 3 to 4 defenders in. And was always on the play after he got tackled where they'd shift to the left-hand side and there'd be space out there.
Is Moses playing himself out of an Origin jersey?
I don't think he's playing himself into one, Andrew.
No. especially when you consider how well Ethan Strange played in Origin 1. Ethan needs a big game on Sunday in St George, Illawarra. Surely if there are 706 challenges, you're doing the right thing because you've got to lead. You've got at least 704 right. There are only 2 poor challenges per game, says Mike in Canberra. Quite right. 0467 920 222. Poor Parramatta Rachel. I don't know what's worse, a game that's a shellacking or a game that was full of false hope. Sorry about that, Rach. The Eels are putrid under Riles. Nothing has changed since Brad Arthur. They can't defend their mistakes. Riles has to get rid of the attack and defence coach or he will be gone, says Matt. Andrew, the text line has been silent. Yeah, I've decided to, I'll take text happily before and after games, but honestly, during games, and this is apologies to the vast majority who are terrific with their text messages, but it's become a cesspit. It's become like social media. People just hammering referees and very defamatory statements, and in the end, because you're trying to read them rapid fire during a game, I'm going to end up before a court or the radio station will, and that's not fair. So I'm not even going to look at the text machine now during games. So I'll do that before and after the games. And again, apologising to the many good ones, and that's the majority of you. But it really has become just a cesspit of ignorant idiots that write through the most appalling rubbish. And I have got no interest in reading that crap from dribblers. But B, if I do read one out, it's going to be defamatory, and I'm not going to run that risk anymore. Michael Carianis, who knows all about defamation, he's back in the broadcast.
Only once, Andrew. Only once. That's a story for another day.
No, I know. We don't have time, but we do have time to talk about South. I did get a text saying, where do you consider them in terms of premiership contention? I don't have them, to be perfectly honest, as premiership contenders, but I say that through 17 rounds, I've loved watching them play each and every time.
Well, fully fit, I have them as a premiership threat, right? But they're just never fully fit. That's been the problem. We heard Jai Gray say it's probably 2 or 3 years now of the same issues for South Sydney. Look, you throw Latrell, Jack White and Campbell Graham, that's off the top of my head, Sean Kepi into that mix. It's a pretty potent side. So I feel like they could, and I've always maintained, I felt like they could do damage in this competition. They can't win the comp without Latrell, obviously. Like Latrell Mitchell, they can't win the comp. But if they can be in the fight when he comes back, I definitely think they could give this premiership a shake.
On the back of what Cam Murray said to you after the game, is people are showing up and doing their job no matter what position they have to come into. The hidden bonus behind what you're talking about there, MC, is when those players do come back, think about the depth and the pressure that everyone's got on them to play their best footy. And I think that it just depends on when they get them back and how fit they are. The problem with Latrell is that he can't actually do too much fitness stuff when he's out busted, which he can do with a lot of the other injuries.
It's kind of interesting because at their best, they are probably, to my way of thinking anyway, second to the Dolphins in terms of attacking potency.
Definitely. Yeah. I agree. And, I know you hinted at it during the call, and Matty gave him the man of the match. Count on Kalamatangi. Like, what a performance tonight. 76 minutes straight. Obviously could have played the 80, but got a spell late in the game. Was outstanding. And, you talk Origin, you talk Motors, you talk Impact. Like, if anyone was playing their way into a New South Wales Origin jersey, it's him tonight. He's been outstanding for more years. It's the first time he hasn't looked hampered by that knee injury that he's had for basically all season now. They had the bye last week, South.
Yes.
Yeah, so they had the bye last week, and it looks like it's done him a world of good because he's been really good all year, but hasn't probably had the same amount of impact that he had tonight because he looked free of that injury.
I know you were listening very closely when he was on NRL Monday this week, but he did say that the only niggle really he's had is that knee, and he's had that pretty much all year, but said he wasn't feeling too bad. Look, I'd make no bones, he would definitely be in my New South Wales Origin.
It was outstanding. He was outstanding, deserved man of the match by Matty. But yeah, outstanding performance. And then I heard you talk around Mitch Moses and his performance, and it's dead set what he's shown all year for Parramatta. Hasn't been bad, but hasn't been the match winner we've been waiting for him. He has
nothing today, apart from keep trying to pass it Pan Volkman over Alex Johnson.
But he was fine today, right? And he's been fine all year for...
Was he fine?
He was okay. Just okay.
I thought he was really ordinary, to be honest.
I wouldn't say he was ordinary, but he didn't have the impact on the game like someone like Cody Walker did, the South Sydney 5'8". So there's huge question marks heading into that New South Wales team selection.
I would have challenged Jack Williams. What he said after the game is that they showed evidence. They know what to do. What they have to do is stay to that plan. In that first half, the style of footy that they played after they came up with those errors, that was a really challenging style of footy. So it's not their coaching that's the issue. It's about maintaining poise in big moments. Because as you said, Andrew, what they started to do was try and come up with trick plays constantly. Did one work? Did one of their trick plays work? It did for South, because they surrendered a lot of possession in that second half.
You think that last 20 minutes in the first half, and that I think has cost Parramatta a chance of winning, because they had so many opportunities. And I'll give South credit, their goal line defence was remarkable. At half-time, we're talking about some of their incredible last-ditch defensive efforts from the likes of Tallis Duncan and the likes of Ashton Ward and the likes of Jai Gray. So their defence, they had to really respond under a lot of pressure. But had Parramatta scored another try or two and went to half-time on level terms or even in front, could have been a whole different story.
Absolutely, Andrew. I think, again, that's what I think Wayne Bennett will be showing his team mostly, is not the attacking stuff, but their goal line defence in that first half is what won them this game comfortably.
On the text line, 0467 920 222, Craig from Wollongong says, Andrew, put the Moses in Origin talks to bed, mate. He isn't up to it. Let's get the young Raider back in and bring some spark to the attack. Thank you, Craig. In the AFL final quarter, Brisbane Lions 99, leading the Sydney Swans 65. All right, tomorrow night, coverage from 5:30 on ABC Listen, and then 6 o'clock on local radio and digital radio from 5:30 as well. 6 o'clock at Robina, it's Gold Coast against Canterbury Bankstown MC. How do you like for this one? The Bulldogs, after a must-win they had against Manly last week, and Gold Coast, they've had 2 good wins in their last 3 games. Who do you like here?
Canterbury.
We don't say that.
I don't like either team, because I don't like either team, to be fair.
I'm going to tip Titans at home. Well, that's a risk. Could easily fall off that roller coaster. What about you, Padre?
I'm going to sway your way, and I'm going to go with the Titans as well, Andrew. I don't have any legitimate reason behind it other than they're playing more unified footy.
And the Brisbane Broncos at 8 o'clock against the Sydney Roosters. Surely this is it for Brisbane. They've got to win this game.
And I can't see them winning. Look at the injuries they've got. They need Reece Walsh. We talk about Mitch Moses, put it on a clinic. They need Reece Walsh to produce a 10 out of 10 performance. I don't think an 8 out of 10 performance will be enough to get the job done for the Broncos. So Roosters.
Yeah, Sydney Roosters had a really good, solid win over Cronulla Sutherland on Sunday night. Do you put that importance on this game for Brisbane, Padre?
If they don't win this game, they're not in the semis. There's no doubt about that in my thinking, and I can't see them winning. I'm with MC. I think the Roosters win this one.
All right, very quickly, the other games. On Saturday, 3 o'clock, second against third. What a matchup. Dolphins and Warriors, Matthew.
Dolphins.
Michael.
Warriors.
I like Dolphins too. Stop hitting your microphone. 5:30 Saturday, North Queensland against Penrith in Townsville. Do the Panthers bounce back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And 7:30 at Brookvale, Manly Warringah against Melbourne.
Manly. No Jerome Hughes.
Yeah. Manly.
Sunday,
Canberra against St George Illawarra. Second last v last.
Canberra.
Raiders.
Canberra. And Newcastle v West Tigers at Hunter Stadium at 4 o'clock.
Could be the game of the round, this one.
Could be.
Newcastle.
Home team, Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Newcastle too. That's it. That takes us out from Western Sydney Stadium. MC, you've timed it well. The rain's just come to an end here.
Oh, it was not too bad down there, to be fair.
No, it was only light and dribble,
yeah.
But probably annoying more than anything else. Catch you on Saturday. Please don't ever do that again. Matthew Elliott, catch you very soon. Look after that facial wound.
Yeah, and see you in Finland.
Thank you to Dennis Carnahan, to Ralph Tucker, to Jared Ryan, and to Renell Moa. I'm Andrew Moore. Thanks for listening. Here's how the Rabbitohs beat the Eels. Got it away to Murray. Links up with Walker. Takes on the line himself. Goes straight through to score the try. Cody Walker, brilliant. And South Sydney now make Parramatta pay for the mistakes. Try to Cody Walker. It seems like all of the opening 13 and a bit minutes have been at the northern end. Colomatungi, good run up the middle. He's taken 18 out from the goal line. Play. Brandon Smith picks it up. Goes himself. Pass away. Crashing over is Ewan Aiken. He got straight past one. He's over to score the try. Ewan Aiken. Try to South Sydney, who raced to a 10-0 lead. 13 and a half minutes. minutes gone. They look super sharp as they did against the Broncos. Here's the crossfield kick on the last. Tuolangi knocks the ball back. Scooped up by Parramatta. Long ball away this time. Fending away from 1-2. Kelly's going to score. He got straight past Gray and Walker and scores the most unlikely try. Brian Kelly hits back for Parramatta. Played on the last. The ball comes left to Moses. Up goes the kick to the right wing of Corsi. Up against... Oh, great catch coming from Russell. Look how Tonga. Then he got the pass away to Talon de Silva. And he's over between the posts. Great catch from Boltman. Great effort by Russell. And they're over to score Parramatta. 2 metres out from the line. Now played to Brandon Smith. Goes right to Ward. Walker. Through hands away to Duncan. Spins away from Adokar. Then away to Edward Corsi. Is over to score because Adokar missed the tackle. Edward Corsi is awarded the try for South Sydney. 7 minutes 20 gone second half. And the Rabbitohs just like that back in front. This is non-stop. Play to Walker. Goes right. Through hands now as South have it. 15 metres out from the goal line. Getting up to play it is Murray back on the field. It comes right to Ward. Out the back to Gray. Gray, a lovely pass. Tallis Duncan. He takes Russell over the line with him to score. And he spikes it like he scored in an NFL Super Bowl. 15 out from the goal line. Played on the last tackle. Brandon Smith goes left to Ward. Then away to a running. Walker straight through a gap pass to Lungy. Scores. That's Cody Walker of the opening 15 minutes. Play to Johnston. Goes to the right to Walker. To Ward to Fafita. Needs one more maybe. To Tallis Duncan. Sprints to the goal line. He's over to score the try. From the, upbeat, innocent thrown today by Parramatta, Johnston took another one. And now it's finished off down in the southwest corner by Tallis Duncan.